maybe. It's
Some
been
possibility.
pretty consistently good at going live when I press go live. Oh, there we are, Twitch. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to another. This is our bi-weekly session, emphasis on bi, for Greydrop. I can say that there's a vast majority.
Weekly.
It never happens weekly. That's true. It's always bi-weekly. That's the important thing. No, don't bring up the analytics. No one's watching yet.
Why did Vinny lost like 100 pixels suddenly?
Vinny loses pixels just by the concept of us streaming. Even though he's miles away, his computer's so old, the concept of streaming confuses it. Okay, so we are happily here to continue off. What was that? Sorry? What happened there?
You in a submarine?
You came through like you were taking the piss with like, we're going through a tunnel.
I'm really glad that wasn't just me.
No, that was definitely Vinny's computer. Whatever you said there was completely illegible.
The worst part was I didn't even say anything. It's making noise on its own.
Oh no, it didn't make noise. It sounded like your voice talking. It must have lagged so bad you said something 10 minutes ago or something, and it's now sending.
I know. I'm gonna send a video to the group chat of what it looks like.
Don't do
Oh
it.
god.
I know. I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
I
Oh
know
god.
Grandpa.
Oh god.
You gotta. This is
holding
too
my
beautiful
breath,
not to show.
What's...
Tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad!
Damn bad.
That one
Okay, so it's 2 seconds long.
Was it?
Darn.
No, you can say... Oh
my
Jeebus.
Gonna.
Oh my Jeebus. Hang on.
So,
I gotta get this on stream.
I forgot
What?
you
You
showed me this the other day as
updating
well.
It. Maybe it's 7
No
years.
one's ever
that doesn't need an update. That needs an exorcism.
No, he did this. He's done this to himself deliberately. Don't try and make it out that you
No.
haven't, Vinny.
It's not that they hear our
Like
voices.
D&D stream.
Honestly, why does it look like something from The Ring?
God. Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. I think we're live again. Briefly.
Are we?
Let's
Looks
maybe
like we're live.
not. Let's maybe not show Vinny's screen because it seems to
Yeah.
be clustered this
It
time
seems to
with
be
different
bad
stuff.
Yeah,
luck.
it seems to not like that.
Oh
So
my
we're going to
god.
the church today to get an exorcism for Vinny.
I think we should go to the church.
Please.
The Catholics in real life. We might actually need real help.
No, guys. The holy water will break my computer.
Oh my
I
god.
love it.
I think holy
got
water would do
not working
better
with
for your computer.
I think the
Well,
holy
well,
water
well,
would
well,
help your
well,
computer, mate, if I'm honest with you.
Why is your computer possessed?
This is what OBS
that's
showed
all
me
I
just
looked
before
up.
dying. Just a cascade of its own folder.
Oh,
Trying to show
God.
Vinny's screen
Really?
broke the stream. Fantastic.
It fully imploded in on itself.
If is an understatement.
Oh my goodness.
This is beautiful.
I think this is the worst that it's ever gone so far. Like, launching a stream for being less than 3 minutes before we crash and burn. I think that's the record of our channel. I really do.
It's beautiful.
Do you want to see
Oh,
it in
Will's...
color?
And shockingly, Will has managed to find us. I'm surprised he's
Oh.
tuned in whatsoever, given how quickly we crashed the other stream. We now have a
Welcome back,
3-minute
Will.
video on YouTube of us just saying hi, crashing, and leaving.
Talking about your exorcisms.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
goodness. Hello, Will. It's wonderful to see you for the D&D content. Yes, as I was trying to say, before certain Staniels sent demons through the interwebs to come get me, we're going to pick things up where we left off. If you want to see the joke I made earlier, go watch the other one where I crashed, and it was terrible. We're picking things up you guys are walking through the sewers in Greydrop City. As we all know, we're heading to Ariadne's house. A woman who's very popular with the party in certain areas and very unpopular with the party in other areas. This is the person that they rescued so happily from the cultish activity that was happening last week, or rather the week before's game, as we run every other week. So the camera is going to repan in with a slight reminder of where everything's going, as the camera zooms out of the sewers, showing a scene of essentially just a little preamble of shipbuilding area. Basically just a couple docks leading into a very, very wide, shallow river that looks as if it's been manually extended by things like digging trenches, making sure that it's wide enough and deep enough to support boats being not just constructed, but launched here. Greydrop has a functioning armada that connects two large areas of the world through essentially a river leading from the ocean into a large lake. And what you see on the edge of that is a large building that you, Torek, are very familiar with because you have rat-catched there before. Deepwood Manor. This is a large manor house. It looks moderately constructed out of basic wood and stone. No extra bells and whistles, no decorations, no statues. What's up? The dice tray? Yeah, absolutely. Although no, because I need it. I need dice. You do you with your own dice. The DM needs a dice tray. And more technical difficulties, guys. Gosh darn it. Terrible.
You don't need dice. What are you going to roll? Combat encounters?
You don't need dice. This is just D&D, guys. Come on. No one needs dice.
Episode.
What?
You stabbed me with your brand new D4. Yes, essentially, we are zooming in on Deepwood Manor, which is an area, again, undecorated. No real amounts of... Moment of silence for the stream. We all just died.
Oh.
There was a nuclear explosion in Greydrop, and every character simultaneously died. That's
100 points of psychic
100
damage
points
to
of
all
psychic
us right
damage
now.
to all characters. No.
Nah,
So,
I was done.
Ariadne leads you through the gates into her large manor house. And as soon as she gets to the door, she turns round to face the party, mostly addressing herself to her seemingly only friend amongst the party, Nalthira. She turns and says, small point of order. After certain activities that may or may not be resulting from myself, Father has decreed that any guests need to be declared to him personally prior to 7 o'clock. Or they will be eradicated. So it is possible that we may need to introduce you to Father if you're going to stay the night.
Do we have to take our shoes off when we go inside?
No, you don't. The floors magically clean themselves.
That's good. I don't have any
Lad,
shoes.
I'm in full plate mail. I don't want to have to take it off.
I just said you don't. That's fine. If you wish to take them off, you're more than welcome to. Although
I could assist you, Stan, if you need them off.
yeah, if you need them off,
Nah,
that's
nah.
fine.
I think I'll stay the way I am now.
Keep our shoes on.
Wonderful. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, the floors clean themselves. So if you'll all follow me, I will lead you to Father's study. I would imagine he's in his own private sanctum. Any objections, or do you follow Ariadne into the bowels of her home?
We'll,
This is gonna be fun.
let's follow. We'll follow Ariadne.
Follow.
Yeah, Torek.
Yeah, why not?
As you guys enter into the house, you can see, again, it is expensively constructed. Like, the space itself is large. The furniture, it looks expensive. But nothing looks lived in or used. It looks kind of like walking through a showroom house. In that way of, like, no one lives here, but it's definitely all been built. That sort of vibe to it. And as you walk through, you don't really see any members of staff or anyone populating inside this castle, this manor house, until Ariadne leads you about a minute or two up some stairs, making a left turn onto a large corridor, leading to, it looks to be two large double doors at the end of a corridor that look to be made of a different material. It looks like it's sort of like driftwood planks that are sort of barricaded up with like a large, you know, those old fashioned where it's a lock for the door, but it's just a bar on each door that something's threaded through to lock it from this side. Just to prepare you, Father can be a little eccentric when he is studying, and he doesn't usually take negatively to anyone interrupting him, but the general chaos surrounding his work at all times can be disorientating to newcomers. So I just wanted to warn everyone that he is friendly, although he may not act it.
Okay. Does he lock himself in often?
Yes, he does. And he mostly does this as a show that anyone entering needs to remove a boundary that someone has placed.
Okay.
Okay? And she, like, you can see her, like, psyching herself up to pull this. And as soon as she pulls it out, both double doors slam open with a gust of wind. And you see that you are looking out of the horizon, and all you see for miles in front of you is open ocean and the deck of a ship. Shall we?
How the fuck did that fit in the house?
No, love,
What's the
this
war
is
room?
this is a sanctum. So this is a location. These doors teleport. And she sort of looks at Nilfyra like, does he know teleport? Can I say something? Do you want me to say something else?
Do I think that Lubnub knows teleport?
Does Lubnub look like he's acting like he understands what Ariadne's saying?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Then yeah, I just nod. Yeah, he gets it.
Okay, wonderful. And she steps through and invites you all to join her on the deck of this ship. And as you step through, you immediately smell the salt. You can taste it on the air. This is like a wild ocean view. You're not sure where the weather's coming from because there's no wind, but the waves are ridiculous. It's buffeting the ship the entire time you're here. It feels like you're in the center of a storm, but in a bright sunny day. And as you are walking through the ship, you can see crew members going about their business, maintaining the ship. And you hear someone from up above shout, "Daughter, what do you bring me on this fine day?" And then you all look around and you see a large man, maybe 6.5 foot tall, big scraggly black beard with like long unkempt hair, caked white almost with the amount of salt that hasn't been brushed out. He's got a wild energy in his eyes that one of them seems to be glowing bright red, the other glowing bright green. And he is like conjuring magic as you guys are having this conversation. And she looks round to you all and says, would everyone like to introduce themselves? This is my father.
I would like to hobble over like a old man turtle, like using my walking stick as support, and I'm gonna be like, "Hello, my name is Zuax with a K. I am the local physician of this town of Greydrop. I don't know why I'm here."
That's absolutely fine. I'm familiar with your work. You should be receiving shipments on a regular basis of medical equipment from my crews.
Yes, I do. It's a good help.
It
It's
should
a
be.
good help, sir.
It costs a fortune.
I don't have that, but. And then I'm gonna like move back and be like,
He
"Everybody
looks
come
he
on."
looks around expectantly at the rest of the party.
Have I met him before?
I think this is probably the first time you're meeting him, but I think you probably have a suspicion that this rule might be in place based on the night that you had with Ariadne.
I'm gonna just kind of give like a brief sort of wave / salute.
Hello? Is that all? Only one of you has a name? That's fabulous. I shan't remember that anyway. So, moving on from here, I presume you're all spending the night this evening?
I believe so that we're looking for that. Yeah, I didn't quite catch your name, sir.
Excellent. For I did not give it. So, I am Sir Mandalay Deepwater.
What?
Sir Mandalay.
So manly. I was like, so manly.
I'm so manly Deepwater.
Oh, man.
No, my name is Sir Mandalay Deepwater. I see you've met my daughter, Ariadne Deepwater.
Yes, we've
Seemingly,
had the pleasure.
seemingly scourged to my name, demanding wealth at all days and all hours of the day. Isn't that right, daughter? And you see she's just like, well, studies are expensive. So, of course, any budding wizard needs supplies. You see the father just sort of stares blankly at everyone. So,
Is he genuinely not reacting to the 6'1" man covered in blood carrying
doesn't
what
seem
at
to
this
be.
point must be a mummified corpse that is bleeding through the bandages that are makeshift?
Doesn't seem to be bothering him.
Lomnup's genuinely a little disappointed.
He's seen weirder.
As you look disappointed, he turns to you. Is there something wrong, son?
I mean, I at least expected a what the fuck, you know?
You think this is the first time I've seen a flayed corpse?
First time I've seen one.
Well, then perhaps you've led a boring life, child. So, is there a particular reason you wish me to notice this flayed corpse?
Entertainment.
Do you want me to do something to it that's entertaining?
No, I just thought you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And I'd get to go, heh.
No. If you're looking for storage, we have a morgue downstairs.
Oh no, he's not dead.
Now that gets a reaction. Now that is slightly more concerning. Are you sure he's not
Yes,
dead,
dead.
son? He's not moving.
Right, sure.
It's a long story. A long story.
Perhaps a story I'd like to
Clearly
hear.
dead.
I would be more than happy to come when we're not as busy as we are and walk you through that story. But right now, and I'm going to tap my nose, it involves the king.
Ah. I see young Harold's taken up sporting. That seems concerning. Perhaps someone should deal with the boy at some point soon.
No, it's to do with something a bit more serious. A threat to the city, we think.
Yes, if the
Yo.
boy seems to be killing people, that may be concerning.
No, it was.
This is a
it was another
particularly
group
violent mode of death.
We don't
It was
know that
another
it
group
wasn't.
that did this to that body. A cult within the city.
As soon as you say cult, he starts staring daggers at Ariadne. Daughter, need I explain once again? And she sort of very sheepishly looks around. Father, it's not like that. I didn't summon anything. There's been no demonic activity in the house as of late.
Outside the house, there's been plenty though.
She immediately, you see the colour start to drain a little bit into her cheeks, you know, that flushing of embarrassment. And the father stands up from his seated position on top of the deck and jumps in front of you guys so that he's jumped from an upper ledge onto a down ledge, and you can see that he is decked out and basically what you would imagine the piratiest pirate wearing. The big boots unlaced, the massive coat, the swashbuckler sword, a hat clipped to his belt that looks ridiculous. And he just says, oh, Zuak, I believe you're a man of God, no?
A god.
A god is as good as any, I suppose. Perhaps you could explain to my child the difference between devils and demons. I wonder if she hasn't forgotten yet again. And she's sheepishly looks toward you in silence.
If she does need tutorage, I know a thing or two, and I have a few books that she could read through.
As you say books, he turns to his daughter. Did you hear that, Ariadne? Books, like a wizard would use. Not deals, like a warlock would use. Have we covered the differences sufficiently this evening? And she's just sort
we
of...
actually think
What?
we actually think she was taken hostage. Your daughter was taken hostage by the cult.
I feel like she was summoned there. The man said
She
that.
had a bag over her head and was bound. It
Oh,
didn't look
bags are
by
loose.
choice.
That can happen after you show up.
It didn't look by choice.
As soon as you say that could happen, as soon as you show up, Ariadne's like, no, it wasn't by choice. It was an abduction. Father, I was abducted. It's been 2 days. Have you sincerely not noticed?
You said 3 last time.
It's been 3 days. That's my fault.
He's a doppelganger.
Oh God!
And the father, no, Ariadne, I don't keep track of your whereabouts constantly. You're an adult now. You should be allowed to move your own belongings. Like I've said, you have the house, I have the ship. She sort of sheepishly, as he turns to the rest of you. So I understand there was an abduction taking place. A member of my family. Are the culprits still breathing?
I'm gonna take the head out and just be like, no, not really.
Excellent. So, nothing in this world comes for free. What was the cost of you doing this?
Oh, we weren't hired by you or Ariadne. It was we just so happened to be there when she was there. So no harm, no foul, I guess.
Interesting. So you gained something separate from this interaction.
We didn't gain
Entertainment.
very much. We didn't gain very much.
Very well. Either way, if you have anything to ask of me, speak it, and I will try my best to make it so. It is a service to save one's daughter, demonically possessed though she may be.
Sir, do you know anything about the Crimson Dawn or any kind of information about that?
The Crimson Dawn, an old heresy, isn't it? For the Church of Light. His Radiance would be most displeased to hear that it is being discussed again.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was just wondering if you knew, maybe anyone that would know about it, if it was going on, or what.
If it was going on, as in, if the apocalypse were in progress, who would I consult to know?
Bingo, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
I suppose I would start with members of the Church of Light. That's
Ah,
probably... They would be the ones to be acting upon it the fastest, given that it's their heresy. Failing that, I would scour the sewers for cult members, assuming that someone was up to no good. Perhaps you could...
I feel
Perhaps...
like we've already done both of those things, to be honest, sir.
Perhaps consult the Greys. They
I'll
have
take that
many
to note.
oracles. To my knowledge, their knowledge is rivaled only by circles of arcane and religion. They are monster hunters at heart, yes, but they are also talented warriors. And you do not learn just one way to kill a man if you wish to be the best at it.
Well, I can likely get us an audience if anyone wants that.
That's perfect. I think we should. We can't really ask the church at this point in time. They don't like us enough.
What's wrong with the church?
Oh, nothing. They killed the old king. Or well,
He sort of raises an eyebrow. That is a steep accusation, son.
We don't know if
Not
they've
one
killed
we
the
all
old king.
share.
You
Just
know-
know that they were holding the king and the resurrections failed.
they're
Five
involved.
problems.
They're involved. Sorry, I should say.
You know, it occurs to me that a good person to inform of this may be a knight of the realm, perhaps an admiral in some sort of military capacity.
Do we
If
know one?
someone was to care to share. Are you saying something?
Gotta look
Thought
over
it
at Stan.
was just like
Sir, you wouldn't have to be an admiral of the ships, would you, with your captain?
I would, in fact. I am first officer of the Greydrop Navy.
Oh, fuck,
I
that's
am
fantastic.
second only to His Majesty in terms of naval command. And given that His Majesty is an unblooded 15-year-old, I would hazard a guess as to say that I am perhaps the most experienced military man, in this city.
Well, then, I think you're the perfect person to tell. So we went to check on the body of the king. We were going to cut his head off. It didn't go that way because it turns out Lubnub here found out that he wasn't dead. So we instead stole the corpse. I tried to burn the church down, but Daniel here stopped that. We escaped with the body. We gave it back over to his sons. Not Harold, however. I don't think he needs to know that kind of information right now. And then we went into the sewer, beat up a cult, and found your daughter.
And we also found this guy who's got the same
Oh, yeah.
issue as the king, except they decided to skin the fucker. You said there was a potential reward thing going on? I have a
Tom's
request.
backing away, by the way. Like
On the ship?
just behind the group.
Okay,
He's very uncomfortable with this amount of information being shared.
okay.
I have a request if that's okay.
As long as it is within my power to grant, I shall try my best.
Do you have anyone with like powerful healing magic or anything? Just enough to at
Ah.
least restore this guy's face. You're tired.
Okay.
Powerful healing magic. Unfortunately, I would rely on the church for such matters. It seems that may
well.
not be the perfect option in this situation. Failing that, the only other major healing organization I know of, and he turns to Zuak, is the one I donate large amounts of money and supplies to once a month.
As
Okay.
long as I get a rest, I can do something with the body.
I just want to see who this guy's face is so we know who is missing.
We've been told that there's doppelgangers within the city.
Doppelgangers.
Wait, what?
I didn't know this.
That is a
What?
strange accusation. Do
They're
you
linked
have any
to the
proof?
cult. No, I don't have any proof, but I'll work on it.
Who? Where did? Torek
Where
like
did-
has perked up, but immediately there's the silence clearly, so is backing away.
So I didn't know that part
Oh.
of the information, or I would have included it at the end of the story. But
How did? Where did you? Never mind.
The cultist that we interrogated, that I interrogated.
I was involved. We all interrogated them.
We were all involved.
Yeah. Lubnub took his eye.
Yes,
He
chat.
doesn't end up with the
Never
information.
admit to war crimes without including the rest of your group. It's a good way to avoid one person being executed.
Yes, come on. Wait, what?
I never said I committed a war crime.
Interrogation under duress is a war crime, unfortunately.
I never said he was under duress.
I can
Yeah,
tell from the bloodstains on this one, and he gestures to Lubnub.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
To be fair, none of that blood is from him actually.
I'm going to
most
look
of
him in
it's
the
from
eye and
this
I'm going
guy.
to go,
That's
I didn't
quite
do
truthful from
anything to-
Lubnub.
my interrogation techniques are giving people what they want, and that's how I got the most information.
Didn't you snap it through the neck? Anyway,
Well, murder is far less of a war crime, so that is actually more acceptable, if I'm being honest. To slay someone
The
in battle is
king-
a perfectly legal occupation.
Exactly.
Thank
The
you.
king's the original king though, he's in a state of between life and death, somewhat linked to the Shadowfell. Do you know of the Shadowfell? Any
The
comings or
Shadowfell.
goings?
I have
If you want to have a look at this body, feel free.
I have
It's
an
not that heavy.
extensive collection of books. Perhaps someone would like to peruse, but other than that,
I would love to. Would I be allowed to take them with me and then I'll return them?
They won't pass the boundary. You'll have to stay on the ship tonight if you want to be reading.
Would you tell me which you would most highly recommend?
Sure. Let me summon my bosun, and I'm sure they have a running inventory of most of the things going on. You may be able to tell I'm a little overworked. It is wartime, and ships are needing built at a rapid pace. I am only so powerful.
Who are we at war with? Or sorry, who are you at war with?
Who am I at war with? Have you not heard? He sort of looks around at the group. The theocracy of the many above is moving in.
Oh,
Who the fuck's that?
oh no. Okay.
Roll me a history check.
oh boy, would I know we're at war?
Roll me a history check with advantage, because you probably get the greatest chance of knowing that something was going on.
15?
15?
19 for me.
19?
Not 20.
I've chosen that I don't know
Hey.
this.
Okay. On a nat 20, Stan, you did not know that you were actively at war, but you had, in the way that, like, squires hear little things they're not supposed to, you had heard someone mention that the theocracy of the many above was eyeing up Greydrop because they were in the way of a path that they wanted to do. Essentially, if they could eliminate Greydrop, they could have free access to essentially control all trade within the northern side of the continent, which is, like, essentially they're on some, like, Britain invading India shit of, like, if we just conquer these people, we can trade spices to the rest of the world with no hassle. Completely ignoring the fact that people are living in the places they want to be dealing with. On a 15 and a 19, both Lubnub and Toric, you would know the theocracy of the many above is a country, a very large country, centered on religion. Theocracy or theocratic state is somewhere where religion governs the place above, the place below. Sorry. So essentially, what would happen is whoever the Pope happened to be would be in charge, and then below that would be the cardinals, and the whole system of government is designed essentially around just religion. The theocracy of the many above is a coalition of a variety of different deities and pantheons, all coexisting in a sort of council. So it is essentially, rather than the top of the country being a pope, it is a council of a couple different religions, popes, all coming together and agreeing on the best way forward. And they have a reputation for expansion. They are
There's a bunch
quite
of idiots.
crusadey when it comes to it.
Bunch of idiots, got you.
When?
That's on you go. On you go.
No, that was basically what.
Toric just wanted to
Oh,
say
yeah,
when did
When did?
Oh,
silence
okay.
again. Oh no, I can't believe. But yes.
This is not great information to be learning.
Don't worry,
Not
we
fun.
are essentially safe. I don't know why they have launched this attack. There is no way that their navy can blockade us. We are at the trade point. So as soon as we decide no more trade north, that's that. They can send us one, maybe two ships at a time, one by one, and drag the battle on for years if they wish to. But I can build ships at a rapid pace. We're not short on trees.
What if there are people inside the city, though?
That would be dangerous, but that's not my purview. Should the city fall, the river is useless, but the river shan't fall.
I'm gonna leave over to Ariadne. I like your dad; he's pretty cool.
Ariadne leans leans back toward you and go, begrudgingly, I think you might have a small point.
Also likes her dad.
Yeah.
Could I ask you something, sir? You obviously you're a man of knowledge of magic and different things in
Yes.
the world.
I'm an arcanist,
could
yes.
If I showed you something, could you inspect it?
I have the spell Identify prepared, if that would be of any use.
I think so, and I'm gonna reach into my bag and bring out the gem from the fountain.
Sorry, I've dropped my D4, he says.
Sorry, I dropped the gem.
Sorry! Oh, fuck!
Sorry.
No, it's shattered! That was a
It's in the
shame.
ocean.
Fuck you for bringing it up, I
right.
guess.
A Baylor comes out of it.
So you're handing him a gem, sorry? I was fully
The
distracted.
gem from the fountain.
Ah, okay. As you hand him
Not just a random gem.
Well,
Identify it.
I don't know.
It was a gold coin.
I heard gem and then went to go get my
Topaz.
D4 and fully stopped paying attention. That's on me. I do apologise.
Do you know what kind of crystal this is? What kind of healing properties does it have?
He just takes a solid look at it and goes, "This is quartz. Why do you want this identified?" No. So you hand him the ruby,
Yes.
with the receptacle inside filled with some sort of ichor.
Yes.
So as he takes the ruby, he sits back down onto his. Well, he doesn't sit back down onto anything. He climbs back up a floor and then sits back down on his rune circle, and says, "I apologize, but Identify is a ritual spell. It will take me at least 10 minutes to cast. If you wish to be availed of any services, food, drink, the crew will see to your suffice. If you wish, I can also summon the bosun to begin the inspection of the books list prior to
Yeah,
me
I'll
starting."
start looking at books.
Very
Did you
well.
say? Can I ask where the kitchen is?
Where the what, sorry?
Kitchen. Where do you prepare food on this vessel?
This kitchen is on the second story down.
Thank you. I'll see you when the ritual books are done.
And
I'm coming with
Thanks,
you,
sir.
Stan.
as you guys just start to walk away, you hear essentially the people who are not walking away watch as as he takes out a whistle and blows it, and you hear this piercing note of just like horrendous high pitched squeal, and out from the underside where the ship doors used to open up into what was just a manor house that no one lives in, you see coming through those double doors a 7.5 foot tall construct of basically driftwood and rock and ruins. It looks like they have like sea rock and sea foam making up a beard. They look as if they've got one wooden leg, one leg of stone, so they walk with that sort of one soft, one big thunk, and they lean forward to the captain and say, "Hello, sire." And the captain says, "This is my boatswain, First Lieutenant Roxon."
So,
Roxon turns to you in a deep, gravelly voice. It sounds like stone grinding against stone. Just says, "Sup, bro?"
I like this crew.
I love him.
Yeah.
Is there something I can help with?
I believe we're looking for books specifically relating to the Shadowfell.
Books. Yes, well, I think the library should be somewhere on the third floor. We can have a walk through together. Anywhere
Okay,
else?
thank you very much.
Something about the kitchens I overheard earlier. I can lead you down there as well if you wish.
Oh, me and Stan have already
Yeah.
booked it down to like
No
the.
problem.
We've just
We'll
think-
find there eventually. We'll get there
Or it-
eventually.
Is gonna
halfway down. It's
follow
tricky to go up or down.
Nyla a bit, like just kind of like shuffling
Cool.
awkwardly.
So you just leave the two captains, Lubnub and Mr. Deepwater, as Deepwater performs deep arcane logic. I presume Lubnub just stares blankly at him.
I'm in awe, scratching his own chin like, yes, I know what's going on here.
Yeah, you guys find the kitchen. It
We
is...
were not left alone. Corpse is here as well.
Yes, that's true. And for all you know, he's paying attention.
I assume he is.
Yeah, you guys are led to the kitchen. It is a standard ship's kitchen. There is a large cauldron. There are chopping stations. There are knives. There is a pantry. It is mostly preserved meat. It is mostly like dried fruit. The only fresh fruit on there is limes and oranges, and they are kept to keep scurvy away. Even though they kind of live on land, this is stocked like they are on a large sea vessel. And they are, kind of. And then separately from that, you are led to the library, Nilthira. And as you get in, you see, and Toric, you see just a small room with like absolutely packed floor to ceiling of different arcana. And as the door opens, the bosun says, "So, this is our room on ship-related arcana." And then he leads you down two doors and opens it up into a large, essentially like basically like 15 by 20 foot deep room of different shelves, and all of them are labeled. Some of them are labeled like warfare, some of them are labeled conjuration, and some of them are labeled like travel. And he says, "This is the rest of our section. The vast majority of the things we know are to do with seafaring vessels and travel and building and construction, but there is a large area devoted to other things. Arcane magic is such a broad spectrum, and you never know what might come in useful."
It's books on the Shadowfell that we're looking for.
Shadowfell. Would that come under travel, or would that come under destination? Like, are you looking to get there, or are you looking to learn about what's already there?
I think I'm looking to learn about what's already there.
Shame. Travel is a nice easy one to look up in this section. Very well, we may be here a while, but... And he basically goes to a shelf on the arcane and starts, like, one by one, pulling books, looking at the title, and just going, "You may as well have a look too."
I think Toric's probably gonna pipe up with. Actually, I maybe destination travel would be good as well. Might be useful.
Travel, I might be able to sort you with pretty much immediately. And he walks back into the ship one, and I presume you follow?
Yeah.
Mr. Roxon.
Mr.
Um,
Watson.
You follow, and he pretty quickly scans through like a couple different sections. There looks to be that he knows an order of this room that is his own system. And he pulls out several tomes and says, "So this is our, this is the majority of our stuff on the spell Plane Shift. There is a couple different ways to get to the Shadowfell. The easiest and quickest is if you happen to know a high-level caster. The spell Plane Shift should be nice and easy to take you there. All you need is material components, I believe a pound of material, of a metal originating from the plane you're trying to get to. Should be fairly simple. Shadowfell's not that far. Failing that, and then he pulls out a couple different books. There are soft spots in the world, and there are areas touched by shadow in general. Take your poison." And he walks out, leaving you with the selection of like 3 or 4 books. Which would you like to investigate, or would you like to let Nilthira go first? Nylathria.
Nylathria first.
Nylathria, what would you like to do?
I mean, I'm happy to say to Toric, if you want to quick scan those books, flip through, if you see anything that might relate to the cult, relate to doppelgangers, let me know. I can read it from quite quick once I know what one I'm focusing on. I'm more keen on the destination and learning things about the Shadowfell, so I'm happy to flick through those other books through there.
Amazing. So you look through the geography and the cosmology sections of the library. Roll me just a general investigation check with advantage because the bosun is helping you.
Or Torek.
Nilafria.
Okay.
Torek's got his books.
Alright, okay. So, because I'm particularly looking out for anything that I think could do with the thing that they were trying to summon, cults, summoning things in general.
If you're looking at summoning, that'll be a different section to the Shadowfell. There is a section labelled Conjuration.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just flicking through that, and I'm looking for like sacrifices, and as I say, sacrifices and doppelgangers are probably the two words I'm looking for. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
If it's with advantage.
16 is still with advantage. So you don't find anything on the Shadowfell because you're looking for doppelgangers and summoning. You do find a book that lists types of demons, and you see Baelor as one of the types listed. And the author of this book seems to have written a description of each of the demons after. And the description of Baelor is large winged beast, creature of chaos, whipper of souls, slasher of dreams.
Oh,
But I don't, flicking through like the Shadowfell stuff, I don't find anything kind of related. There's nothing that piques my interest in relation to all the stuff we've seen and we know. And
so the Baelor and the Shadowfell are never mentioned in any book together. It seems like the Baelor, every time you find any instance of Baelor being mentioned, it's always in the Abyss.
What about I like if I've got my books with me, I will like just join as well to look. What about anything about shadowy corpses or shadows or?
Do you want to do a search for the Shadowfell?
Yeah, in the same books that Mila's looking through.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Can I assist that in relation to like
Give you-
corpses and
take
death and
advantage.
stuff?
Doesn't count on the floor. Never does.
So 15 plus investigation plus 4, so 19.
19, pretty good. You do find some books on the Shadowfell. It is not a ton of information. You get the sense that it is a not well documented location, or at least not well documented in this particular circle. You find a couple references to the Shadowfell being a mirror dimension of our own, reflecting only the darkness. You find some references that it is governed mostly by the effects of, or in the way that cosmology goes in D&D, there are, the cosmology is set to the same alignments as characters can have, so there are like lawful good, neutral good, like that sort of thing. And then the Shadowfell seems to be aligned directly in between lawful and chaotic evil. So they are sort of neutral, but leaning no way, but definitely evil.
Okay, and no sign of anything corpse related.
You see a lot of reference to the Shadowfell causing death, but you don't see anything specifically related to like a corpse being kept alive through use of the Shadowfell.
Anything about skinning and rituals and
in the demonic books that Jenna was looking through, you see horrible diagrams of flayed and skinned people, and it's basically underneath them. It's like encounter with Baylor, encounter with Cybex, encounter with Chain Devil, that sort of thing. Like, it is like diagrams of what happens when you interact with these entities, and it goes either wrong or, in some cases, seemingly, even if it goes correctly, it still ends that way.
And
Does Torek share what you're like? Do you
Yeah.
talk to me about what you're reading?
I think so, yes. Very awkwardly and weirdly, but yes.
Okay. See the book, Dylan, wherever the book is, where when you mentioned like the Shadowfell having like mirrors of our world, but like the dark side stuff only.
Yes.
Whatever book mentioned that the most is the one that I'm going to be like, oh, that might be to do with doppelgangers, and I would like to. That's the book that I'm taking with me to read
Not a
at
problem.
night.
So you're intending to stay on the ship and deep dive into this book tonight?
Well, I'm intending to go for a sleep,
Yes.
There's
but yeah.
no mention of a Yuri anywhere.
Roll me a separate investigation check.
That's a different kind of book you're looking for.
Can I help again?
Sure.
Excellent.
Not to break the tension of the moment, but
Hey,
that's your
not 20.
grinder.
Nat 20?
Plus
Okay.
4, so 24.
You don't find reference to Yuri, but you do find reference to a ritual associated with the Baylor. You find a ritual in which someone who has dabbled in the demonic is captured against their will and sewn up into a bag of flesh, which seems oddly familiar given your situation this afternoon. Finding this ritual, you piece together that if someone manages to kill the correct amount of people, offering those souls all up to a demon, they can increase the power of the demon exponentially, allowing it to sometimes tear through reality and come crashing into a new one.
Okay, wait. So, when we killed all those people,
It doesn't have an exact number on it.
oh, okay. That's,
Well, how many people did we kill?
I'm gonna go bastard, I fucking knew it, because that was going through my head the whole time. I'm just gonna like have an actual moment where I just pace about the library, pulling at my hair, like these people, they're killing everyone and
Ooh.
You killed just as many as the rest of us, I'll have you know.
Number of
Also,
those
like
that I
to-
could not lethally kill, I just stepped over and left
I'd-
there.
I'd like
you
to
guys
point
went back
out-
and murdered and burned them.
I'd like to point out there was a lot of them that I did ritually send elsewhere, so the demon didn't get their soul.
Which means Matt was right in that
Yeah,
argument
yeah.
about the flex.
Unless they got to them first, like.
No, we made sure we finished the burial rite before we
Zuak,
killed them.
you're pretty confident that you got 3 souls to your god. You felt the confirmation from your end that you got at least 3
Yeah, the
to
guy,
your god.
Ronald said
Four
there
went.
were 9 people.
Yes.
You got 3 of those.
They already killed 82.
I'm not here to do
Oh
math.
yeah, they did.
Help
kill
me do
82,
math.
didn't they?
Oh dear.
Okay.
Right, yeah, me and Zoax are making like cassoulet and what?
Maybe a beef Wellington, if I can find mushrooms.
They won't have the material for beef Wellington. They
You
have
do
the
find
things that
mushrooms, you don't find butter.
We make butter? Have we got time?
There's no fresh milk. There's no fresh
no-
produce here.
I've done my research. They have the exact materials for cassoulet.
They probably would actually. Dried herbs, like preserved tomatoes, like lard, fat would definitely be there. Yeah. That makes sense to me. Cassoulet makes sense.
I'm having my look through.
You're having cassoulet.
No, I've had enough cassoulet in my life.
Just as you're about to make your big revelation, you're just taking a spoonful and it dollops right on the word you wanted to read, and you're like, ah, fuck, we'll never know. How many souls?
When I
80
was
what?
whittling. Yeah, no, I want to look through my travel books.
Your personal travel books?
No, the
Right, the 3 that you were just given. I was like, I wasn't aware Torek had travel books on him.
Yes. He's
Sure.
an
I like my handy guide to the Shadowfell.
Sure, you
my
have
Know Your
some.
Demons of the Abyss.
Yeah, you have some like pamphlets for nearby tours, I guess. I don't know.
So I could collect those.
It's like, yeah, the museum's
The
nice
church is
this time
evil,
of
and
year.
you know
I
what?
don't know what to say.
Maybe we should visit.
Yeah, you look through your 3 books. Which one would you like to look through? I'll say you can get one more.
Yeah.
This has been very generously stretching a 10-minute ritual.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it at one more roll for this session. And then if you want to take long rests or whatever later, absolutely. You had one on.
Yeah.
You had one on plane shift. You had one on weak spots in general,
Yeah.
and you had one on shadow touched zones.
I'm gonna ask Nyla what she thinks, if she thinks there's one that would be better, more interesting.
I'm gonna really outright tell you, I'm gonna be like, I have no idea, but the kind of shadow touched one,
Yeah, right.
or that's kind of, yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that's something.
Shit, we should have looked up doppelgangers as well, but
I tried to look for doppelgangers. I don't think I found anything.
Then
cool. Shadow touch things then.
amazing. Roll me an investigation check.
I'll help.
So, with advantage,
So that's
because
1,
helping.
4, 17 plus 4.
17 plus 4, 21.
21.
Nice.
Excellent.
Skimming through it, you can see that this is a book mostly on curiosities in the world. This is one of those things that you would read of like weird places that no one's really sort of in that same vein as like Bermuda Triangle, the Dead Sea, that sort of thing.
So
This
I'm
is
basically reading a fucking conspiracy theory.
kind of, although in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, those conspiracy theories are very much provably usually right. Like, if someone says, I found Yeti in the big mountains, everyone's like, yeah, don't go up there. That makes sense to us, and don't go there again. They're like, Bigfoot's real, and they're like, we know, he came here last week. So,
He burns the houses down.
yeah. Everyone keeps taking bloody photos of him, but he comes here for dinner twice a week, so chill, yeah? So yeah, you find books on the shadow-touched areas of the world. This is essentially, you only find mention of one, and it's in the Theocracy of the Above. There is one shadow-touched area that is a sacred place to a goddess of darkness whose name is forgotten. And the Theocracy, even though she still has worshippers, her whole gimmick is darkness and secrecy and spying, and her worshippers have decided that her name was only holding back the mysteries. So knowing for sure what her name was diminished the power of your faith, because her whole faith was blindly following in the dark.
So, like, thingy-mabob, Shah.
No, because Shar very much loves her own name.
Right, fair enough. But it's darkness.
Similar pantheon, yeah. Similar domains.
Okay.
Yeah, the Shadowfell is an area in regular D&D governed by Shar, but this is not regular 5th edition.
Shadow touch zone in Theocracy of the Above. Cool.
And we cut to Lubnub. What you up to, bud? Just staring at this lad.
I think there's.
I think we cut to you, and the camera is just like elevator music. Just like.
I mean, Lubnub is quietly waiting. However, he's also put the body down and is being unusually gentle. Like, kind of.
Yeah.
The person's still alive. He doesn't know if they can feel pain or not. he assumes they're in constant pain.
Yeah,
But
that would be a valid assumption. If he can feel pain, he probably is in a lot. Yeah, about 10 minutes goes by. The captain looks up. Son, perhaps you should summon the rest of your crew, so to speak.
I really only have one way to do that, and it's rather loud and disruptive.
This is a ship, boy. If you wish to shout, shout.
I will use thaumaturgy to increase the volume of my voice, and I will shout, "Hey, fuck nuts! Come back to the main deck."
You all hear Lubnub's voice ricochet through the corridors as this wooden echo box just reminisces with his whole voice.
I think I heard Lubnub.
Torek just goes.
Yeah, it's a loud sound. Do you all make your
Does
way
my
back to the
castle
deck?
Yeah.
That
I
depends.
go to comfort Toric and then realise that might make it worse and just kind of stop myself.
Roll
Know
me
him well.
roll me a straight proficiency. So whatever your proficiency bonus is plus d20.
I thought you were
Can I,
gonna say
can I
roll
assist as I am being
You
his
can
little
you can
tutor?
give advantage, yes.
I thought you were gonna
Nice.
say like roll like a wisdom
No.
of fear.
15
15 with advantage?
with advantage.
Okay. Pretty decent. Well above average. Like Castle, the 50-50 average of 10 just being like an edible tomato slop. You're pretty much halfway to it being restaurant quality. Like
And
a good
much from
like a
that
good
outside.
home meal.
We're
Yeah.
gonna bring it with us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop it into as many bowls as I can carry. And look,
You
Zoax,
take you take it out the one large cauldron you've got it in, and you bowl it out into many individual bowls to awkwardly
not
carry
stealing
up through a massive
cauldron.
ship.
I'm not stealing the ship's cauldron. I'm not Wade.
But you are stealing the ship's bowls.
I'm sure they have more
And
bowls. If not, they-
tomatoes and
I'm gonna give it to the
And
crew.
beans
like,
and thyme and rosemary.
There's still some in the cauldron. They can eat that.
Very well. You
Yeah,
all
man.
take. I'm going to need deck saving throws from both of you as you walk through
Oh,
a moving
God,
ship
oh.
holding Castle.
I'm an old man.
Oh.
Dexterity saving throw.
Come on, Zoax. I believe.
You shouldn't have, by the looks of things.
Uh,
Come on, Zuax, what'd you get?
A 6.
yeah.
It's pretty bad. You fully lose a bowl, but only the one. You don't like faceplant in that one your way into sliding down some stairs or something. But you do lose a bowl. You can see that you're just
It's
trying to
all
carry
down the
one too
front
many.
of me.
Yeah, it's all over your clothes, but it's basically fine other than that.
Oh, we're matching now.
Oh.
Yep,
Any balls for
you all get back up to the main area of the ship where Captain Deepwater, Sir Mandalay, is looking you all up and down with a somewhat stern expression. This is a blood well gem. Anybody care to take ownership? Who am I giving it back to?
That depends what it does.
well, I
Might
mean,
be your
I took it,
daughter's.
but it's not doesn't belong to me.
He passes it to you, Nalithria. This gem is capable of generating blood of one source. So, if you were to place an individual's blood, perhaps an immortal or a mortal, in this case it is demon's blood, it is capable of generating a fountain of such.
So if I put this in a fountain, blood will come out of the fountain.
It would indeed. Any amount of flowing water in an enclosed environment will become demon's blood slowly over time. The larger the body of water, the harder it is to control how quickly they affect. For instance, if you were to chuck it into the ocean, it would do nothing. But if you were to put it, say, in a drinking well, over the next 6 to 10 weeks, things would turn bad.
What do you
Very
mean bad?
I mean, the drinking water would turn to demon's blood.
What do you
And
mean?
what does that? I mean, blood is just blood, no?
The blood of the demonic is difficult to quantify what the effects will be.
Well, I'm just a little bit concerned because it came from a fountain, and my friend, and I point to Lubnub, was in said fountain, and I'm concerned maybe ingested some.
Were you
I wasn't
drinking?
in the-
Were you drinking from the fountain, child?
To be clear, I was not in the fountain.
No, but you were in at the pool of blood
Yeah, it was his
next to the
blood.
fountain.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
but
this guy's blood.
Probably the fleet guy's blood.
He doesn't stop bleeding, which is, going to be honest, rather annoying because I've ruined the good. Well, good.
Do
sure.
I
Which was
do I
just
think that
for-
that fountain was linked to that?
It was. This is a sort of after the fact check. Let's go history with disadvantage.
Because I think it
I mean-
was, but I'm trying to I'm trying to think back and be like, that's I'm like that seems right to me, but
Also, to
I
be
feel like
clear, I don't just
both
go
of them
around
were
drinking
decent.
blood.
a 15.
15. You didn't see any like pipes connecting. It's possible that like it was overflowing into that area, but you didn't see any obvious way to connect the two.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna say, well, they had a fountain of demon's blood. Should we be concerned that this cult had access to that?
Well, depending on the potency of the demon involved, some
A
minor.
Baylor.
Ah,
That one is pretty well.
well, that's if that's Baylor blood, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Could you explain why to me?
The Abyss is a plane. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the cosmology wheel of our society, but the Abyss is a plane, the elemental plane and embodiment of evil chaos. There is no real telling what this blood may do. We can tell that it will be evil and will be chaotic. And if it's a Baylor, the effect will be powerful and noticeable.
So if people have consumed that, they might have gained power.
They might have gained power, they might have vomited blood immediately, they might have exploded in a 5-mile radius, they might have teleported themselves to the Feywild by accident.
It's just powerful.
There is chaos incarnate. I will say most of the effects of demon blood that I've run into have been of the of the cremation effect.
Okay, and just on a totally separate note, if I was to when I got a house, when I settle down, put this into a water fountain outside in my garden, that would probably be a bad idea.
From a place of pure scientific exploration, no. If you were to contain a small amount of demon's blood for study and sample, there would be nothing inherently wrong with that.
Okay, thank you. I thought so. In my head, I'm like, that's gonna look cool as fuck.
I will say, I would advise everyone to,
Wash that.
well, you should be doing that separately anyway. Everyone should wash their hands as often as required. But to proceed with the utmost caution. Demon's blood is volatile and dangerous.
In terms of this gem, or in terms of the people who've been interacting with it? Can I carry this in my bag?
As long as there is no running sources of water in your bag.
There is no running sources of water in my bag, and I toss it back in my bag.
I would like to shuffle on over beside Lubnub. I'm not gonna do anything yet.
Okay.
Or it is.
Ominous.
1 minute later, touch of death.
It's very interesting.
Are there many of these kinds of stones? Is it likely that they?
I have never come across them before. I know of their effect due to the identify spell alone. I had never heard of these receptacles, and given that this is demon's blood, that is a concerning use of it. Although he turns to Zuak, I could see a use for it in the medical profession. Not demon's blood, but replication of fresh blood could be useful.
Be very useful for anyone that needs transplants of blood who have lost too much. Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm just gonna whoop into the back of a Lubnob where like there's a big spot of blood just to see if it happens.
You just slap Lubnub.
Yeah, yeah, but like a big bloody bit of him.
Okay.
So you slap my front bare chest, most likely
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Because as we described last
Yeah,
second, the back is clean.
the back's
front
clean.
is covered.
So, you slap it. Roll me just an athletics check to see how powerful this is.
Can I ask as well, just purely just for giggles? Zuax is quite small, so realistically, probably not Lubnub's chest that he reaches, is it?
I'm gonna be honest, probably not. That's the highest roll I've rolled in a while. It's a 17 minus 1, so 16.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question, and I want only the honest gut reaction. Are you nut tapping this guy, bro? Are you giving Lubnub a nut tap?
It's the perfect height for it, so I got her.
Okay, Lubnub, you are
What-
nut tapped with a 17 athletics check. Even as a barbarian, I presume there is some reaction here.
Honestly, I'm going to put that fully in your hands.
A
mate. You get
large
this play with that one.
shelled individual has just nut tapped the shit out of you. Yeah, you watch as Lubnub doubles over and just starts
Bonus
queasily
action.
holding his belly.
I would like to get into my shell and be like, did anything happen?
Uh,
From inside my shell.
You wait for a minute, Lub, the sort of queasiness passes. No?
He's in his shell, right?
Yeah.
We've all played Mario.
You fucking
Oh.
Goomba this guy down the stairs.
I motherfucking kick that shell as hard as I can.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. There's nothing you can do, Zuak, so you feel your shell being ricocheted down the hallway.
It's like when you're playing like air pong and the wee things just go dunk, 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 back and forth.
Yeah,
Nothing happens though in terms of the blood.
No. And
I'll
Sir
say that to
Mandalay.
Zuak as he goes away. I'll go. Nothing happened.
So
Wait,
Mandalay.
Can Zuak see out of the shell when he
No.
like goes into it?
No,
So-
he's blind.
You punch Lubnub in the nuts, and then a couple of seconds later, the entire world is just fucking going nuts for you.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true.
It's a fantastic image.
You're just like, oh my god, I've blown up the whole ship. What the fuck? No.
At least I'm still alive.
Yeah, so Mandalay sort of pipes up. As entertaining as that was, I will remind all that I recommended not ingesting the blood.
It's a good thing I did.
Yeah.
If the blood was going to explode, I presume whatever resulted in this, and he gestures to the fact that you are splattered with it, would have triggered such an explosion.
Do you know you see? I mentioned Baylor, and you seem to kind of know what you were talking about in regards to that.
Yes, Baylor are not to be, to use the colloquial term, fucked with.
Yes, no, but it seemed as though this cult, which is still active in the city, was trying to summon one, and they did tell us a rather extreme number of people that they had already sacrificed to it, presumably.
Well, that is bad news. Baylors are entities of chaos and carnage. They are known for acts of debauchery and violence for little to no reason, if any.
Are they known to have any weaknesses? Any way of stopping summonings?
Well, I would imagine stopping summonings would be to interrupt rituals, which it seems you are in the process of doing, which is a good start. Always a good start whenever you find a cult, just as a general rule of thumb. Disrupt all rituals. It's a good way to deal with them. But no. For Baylor's weaknesses, no. They are on...
Well, that's not good.
I would put them on the same plane as dragons, in that way of Sure, there might be a sword out there somewhere with a dragon slayer, demon slayer type mentality, but I've never heard of anyone facing one and coming away with, oh, that was easy, I just did this.
Rather unfortunate.
Yes. I do know that they are immune to all non-magical weapons. Basically, they are so important and powerful that anything other than the arcane is beneath them to recognize as forms of damage.
Is there a way to take back souls from that have been from a Baylor?
Zoax is going to be back up on the deck at this point in time as well, looking really displeased about this.
Well, in terms of taking souls back, the Nine Hells and the Abyss both have different ways of handling their souls. The Nine Hells, I believe, if you are evil oriented, you are incarnated as a lemure, essentially just a blob of flesh. Lemure. It is a blob of skinned flesh. It exists in pain and confusion until it has done something evil enough to denote promotion in some capacity.
Bro really just described a lemur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Separately from that, there are ways to get yourself sold in hell. You can become coins, which are traded like gold pieces for goods and services of the demonic. The devilish, sorry. The demonic, on the other hand, a plane of chaos. It is difficult to say what the souls are being used for. If they are being kept, then perhaps you could get them back. But if they are being eaten, I doubt it. Perhaps they are being collected just for the pleasure of destroying them. It is difficult to tell when a creature of chaos has a plan and when it doesn't.
We found, it's highly possible that these murders, these lives, and the sacrifices are making the Baylor could, yeah.
The Paylor could what?
Get through, get in, summoned with the lives, and there's a lot of them that we.
A Baylor would have to consume massive amounts of souls to come through a rift.
If you were to throw a number out,
I would say hundreds.
Hundreds.
Plural.
I would assume. I'm no
I think
expert in summoning.
they're approaching 100.
Yeah.
They're approaching 100. 100 souls have been killed from Greydrop, and no one
Well,
has
said
mentioned
82.
this.
When you're at war, you don't notice things.
Yes, but I should still be receiving reports from the city. They're not at war.
Yes, but they're doppelgangers.
You're doppelgangers, all.
Okay, well, I suppose if they were being replaced, that is.
Yes.
So
I think they
your
are.
vision of what's happening here is that a Baylor has assigned doppelgangers to replace all the souls. That doesn't sound chaotic to me. That sounds
No,
premeditated.
it doesn't. But I think there's a link to something else, and
I don't think they're connected.
to
I think two
sort of.
separate.
I'm gonna try to huddle. I'm gonna try to make everyone huddle with me.
As you
Like
go
the
to
captain.
huddle up, the captain sort of booms out loud. I must declare that if you're going to be having private conversations, you do so after we've finished ours.
No, with you.
Oh,
I
okay.
tried to get him in my huddle.
Yeah, get in.
Why are we huddling? This is my ship. There is no one for miles around. And we're in a separate
I don't
dimension,
trust that the
technically.
people on your ship aren't also doppelgangers, but I'm going to believe you're not. Because you're good at magic, and I'm...
As you say that, he looks you dead in the eye, raises a finger, and everyone in the ship vanishes.
Oh.
Now that's real power. Just fucking killed
Yeah,
them
I'm
all.
gonna say I love that. That's great.
Partner that
Just so we all
everyone's-
know,
Dead.
when I
What?
was interrogating the man, the cult man, he mentioned that Harold might be a doppelganger, and
Harold
that's
might
a
be a
bit of an issue.
I'm sorry, what?
The
Ah,
boy.
course.
Who's Harold again?
The
The
king.
new king, Lubnub.
The annoying child?
Well, Goldeneye.
Yes, that
Yes,
one.
the child with the gold eyes.
Right, thank you.
Well, this makes a lot of things make a little bit more sense to me. Harold is a strange boy, he always has been, but never would I have imagined him to be so confrontational when it came to the theocracy of the many above. He seems enamoured with the church as of late. And aside from that, his military advice has been surprisingly good. Which was, I assumed, a boon. A child with intelligence, who knows what he wants, taking the throne. But my life has been nothing but disappointment, followed by trial, followed by disappointment, followed by trial. And why would I have expected being Admiral to be any different? I suppose this is another trial. If the king is indeed a doppelganger, I will not be surprised. However, I will be disappointed, for he is doing a good job at this war.
That thing that you did with the gem, they identify.
Yes.
I'm going to ask a very chaotic question here. If we were to bring Harold here, could you identify if he?
The problem is, the identify spell works on objects.
Yes, but you have a lot of magic.
Are you suggesting I turn Harold into an object?
No, I'm asking: do you have another similar spell that could you?
Oh, I
Could
apologise.
you?
No. No, I don't.
Well,
You might seek out a cleric or a druid.
Nyla, I have a plan.
Okay.
And then that's it. I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna
else
say
about
I'm
it.
gonna go talk about it
But I
later.
have a
Can
plan.
we rest here on this ship?
You may indeed, and I suggest you do so quickly. It is growing
Good.
late, and I am tired.
Good. Could we go back into the house? We would like to have a
Yes, you may.
conversation with the daughter at some point, and there's rooms in there.
Ariadne can
Do
be
you want to do that
summoned
before
if
we
you
rest
wish.
or after?
I don't
we'll
know
do it
where
after.
she's ran off to.
out of character, I just want to double check. Did you say he's confrontational or non-confrontational with the theocracy of the above?
Confrontational.
Okay, and he's doing well with the war. Okay.
Did Lubnub see where Ariadne ran off to? Because I stayed on the top deck.
You would have. She squirreled her way off into the house when her father wasn't paying attention. As soon as he started doing the ritual, she, slowly backed off into the house. You get the sense
Did I
to
get-
not be in front of her father.
Okay, I was going to say, did I get the vibe that she's trying to avoid the disappointments sort of thing?
Yeah. You
Or
see,
hide the
you,
evidence.
you see a man who has
God.
devoted his entire existence to, if I learn the rules of the society and the people around me, I will be able to bend reality. If I learn all the rules and I work real fucking hard, I will bend reality to become a powerful and respected individual. And then his daughter has grown up to be a bar floozy that wants to be a witch, so became a warlock.
I think I have a plan.
Very well. Like I say, it is tired and I wish to rest. Anyone who wishes to stay on the ship tonight need only enter. Is there any issues if I resummon the crew? Any objections? I need work
really.
doing.
I'm okay with that. I just want to read my book. Well, your book, but the book.
Very
We're gonna go
well.
grab ourselves some rooms in the house.
Oh, I'm going to read it on the boat. He said
You
I
may
can't
do
take it
so.
off the boat.
Oh,
It's less of a case of permission and more a case of it won't exist beyond there. Those books are a manifestation of my memories.
Okay.
This guy really is really cool.
Yes,
So you can go and rest in the house if you want, but I'm going to rest here.
Yes.
Will we be able to return if we go into the house?
You will. The sanctum is privately anchored to the door. Although I must ask that you lock it behind you.
I will try and do that.
It is not difficult. The wind is only blowing so strong, but it does tend to cake the entire house in salt.
Cool. I will, if no one else comes with me, I will head into the house looking for Ariadne.
I'm going with Lobnub.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going as well.
But
Yeah,
just Nylathria and the captain.
What's up, bro?
Sup, bro?
and the
Did,
crew
uh,
now,
And the
who are
crew.
also the captain.
Did he dismiss Mr. Roxon when he snapped?
He wasn't there when you,
Okay.
so you're not sure if that's how that works. As everyone leaves apart from you, Nylathria, he just says, "Well, if you speak to Roxon, he'll show you to some quarters. I must
Thank you
rest."
very much.
And he turns on heel and leaves. Yeah, and then you guys go through the house. It does not take you long to find Ariadne. She is sitting at the dining room table with, again, there's no staff in this area of the house. So she's eating a loaf of bread with a bottle of brandy.
Right, doctor's orders. We're gonna have a sit down and have a conversation, young one.
I just
He
place
says
one
that
of
as
the
Lubnub's
plates
standing at the door about to
cast
knock.
away from her.
Oh, right. Oh,
No, like you
Like,
fully brush on
part of
past as
the-
Lubnub's
Yeah.
about to knock, and it's like, okay.
okay.
Torek is trying his best to not smile. Like, just grinning at the. Yeah, just like.
Yeah.
Short turtle man coming underneath his elbow.
As you're sort of looking around, you see a house that is like just plain stone floors, unpainted walls, furniture that is just bought and replaced whenever it's broken. Like a very empty
Oh, it's
house.
about the whole questioning Ariadne. It's not about the house itself.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Torek has a lot of hatred for this house because for like not envy, not even envy reasons, just social class reasons. But delighted at the fact that we're having a sit down with Ariadne and liking the tone of the like.
Yeah, I'm gonna like shuffle over and I'm gonna start taking like
As soon as you shuffle over, she's like, "Is Nylathria still with father?"
She is, yes, she's reading a book.
I don't
heard a
suppose
lot
she's joining this conversation.
No, she won't be.
That is a shame. I do feel she was one of the few in my corner.
She's the only one.
Yes,
Hey,
that's,
let's not-
that's what I was
let's go ahead.
politely trying to say. Yes.
We've all made mistakes.
And
See that?
Zuax is gonna
Yeah.
start taking out like doctor's equipment and lay it down on the table in front of her. Could you open your mouth so I could just check out the back of your throat and all that kind of stuff?
She opens her mouth and you can see like bread and whiskey still in the back of her throat as she's swallowing.
Like a wee tongue compressor. I'm gonna put it down. I'm like, you could go with seeing a dentist at some point, to be honest, but I'm not.
My
done,
teeth
so-
are impeccable.
You could floss more. What was the deal you made with? Was it a devil or a demon?
It was a demon.
A demon.
As
You made
I
a
am-
deal with a demon,
As I am often reminded.
and now that must have been difficult. What did you offer it?
It was easier than you might think.
Oh, you must have offered it something big then.
It wasn't really looking for anything, if I'm honest. It's
Well,
yeah, it seemed surprised to be summoned. I was surprised that it was summoned too.
did you get its name?
No, I didn't. You know how these things can be. Creatures
So what
of
was
a
the
certain-
price?
The price was servitude for a limited time. We've lost
Oh.
Lubnub.
We'll wait for Lubnub to come back.
You all watch as like
Lubnub
like essentially like a blue screen pops in front of his face, and you see error 404 Lubnub not found.
We've been
He-
talking for the past
Untextured
like 30
and
minutes, hour, so
Internet dropped. No problem.
Ah.
He will be back.
If I think
In the
Lubnub would do anything, I'll be Lubnub just now.
Okay.
So,
Lubnub just starts being like, so how's things going, bestie?
Hi, babes. Miss you.
Hi, babes.
Still
He
here.
he leans in to kiss her on the forehead. Yes. Sorry. Yes, the price was servitude.
For how long?
10 years.
And what do you get at the end of it?
Freedom.
Mm-hmm. Do you trust that?
I'm not sure I trust anything the demon has said, but it has been.
You
Could
must
I
have read
use
your
it?
dad's books then. You must have read your dad's books.
wait. Servitude from who? She serves it and then gets freedom?
Yes.
Why did she make the deal in the... Anyway, sorry.
Is Torek asking?
No, but staring very confused at the ground.
What
Yes.
did you do to Nyla?
I didn't do anything to Nyla. She was drunk.
No, but what did you offer from her?
Nothing. She owes nothing. She's innocent in this.
You told Nyla's already said that she was part of that deal somehow.
Yes. She was part, but she has made no deal herself. And I offered
Okay,
nothing of hers.
That's so completely fine. Do you mind if I take a look at your feet and your hands?
I mean, hands, sure. And she passes you her hands.
I'm just gonna look over, like, just like check and make sure like her hands are all okay and all that kind of stuff. You could do with getting a little bit more blood flow in them, to be honest. But like that's
Well, I am
No.
drunk a vast majority of the time.
it's not good for you.
It's not good.
Neither
Now,
is making deals with demons, and yet I seem to be in one pickle or another.
Yeah, she definitely are. How long has it been?
About 6 months?
6 months to 10 years. Oh, it's not much time, is it? What's it asked of you so far?
An odd assortment of things. Now that you mention it, I really honestly don't think it has any plans for me for now. I'm expecting.
And I would like to use my last second level slot that I got last turn to cast Zone of Truth.
Yay!
Oh, what's. It's a wisdom save, right?
It is put your choice until that enters the spell of threat for the first time must make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma saving throw for a warlock.
I know.
Saving.
I know whether it succeeds or not, so that's like the kind of power play I'm doing here.
Fuck.
You feel Ariadne. Your force of personality meets hers, and you feel as you press up against her that she would be easily overcome if it were not for the gigantic shadowy mass of black energy hovering all around her. As you feel demonic power pushing the spell back, you watch as Ariadne voluntarily fails.
Nice. She voluntarily, but that thing tried to stop her.
You feel that she had full ability to push back on this and allowed herself to succumb.
Perfect. Yeah, it's good not to lie to your doctor, obviously. So just for safety here.
I am
Uh,
warning you, some of these answers may just be silence and a smile.
That is completely fine. I can't do anything to help you if you don't give me the information I'm looking for, though.
That is
Why
why
did
I
those-
have agreed to tell the truth.
How did you end up in the sewer? Walk me through your day.
That's a tough question. I was in the tavern, and then I had a couple drinks, mostly whiskey, and then there was brandy, and then I did have some vodka, and then there was pints of ale, and then I had some lager, and there was some cider the morning after. So I don't remember a vast majority of it, but I do remember that when I woke up, I was feeling hungover, so I went to take a swim in the lake, in the river, sorry, and that's where they nabbed me, as I was hungover and dressed in nothing but my pajamas.
Oh. I thought you would have walked yourself into that situation. You gave me that kind of vibe. Surprised that you didn't.
I, believe it or not, don't love the demonic at the moment.
Why did you summon it in the first place, though?
I
Going
didn't
back,
mean to.
but how did you get a hold of that information?
Oh, the information's easy to come by. My father's been a wizard for a long time. Any information I wish to know on the arcane is at my disposal.
Did your father not pass magic on to you?
I've never been formally trained by him, no. He is a busy man.
Okay.
I will say
Okay.
that mostly all the spells that I learned were defensive up until I started taking an interest in conjuration. And I tried to get myself a familiar not long ago. This was before the demon incident, and that went perfectly fine. I had an owl for a while, although I've not summoned him for a while because well, to be honest, I don't like summoning anything anymore in case it goes wrong.
Trauma. And he's got like a little notepad out and he's writing down like these kind of things as well. We'll not keep you on this whole entire kind of questioning thing yet. Do you know of any other cult activities in the city that you may have heard of before the accident? Anyway,
No, not really. To be honest, I don't really pay much attention to what's going on in town. If I'm honest, father gives me a stipend that I usually just spend every week.
where did you get the information for summoning the demon in the first place?
The original information came from my father has tutors come from the church to train me in the arcane and in the religion, and I broke into some of their studies at some point and learned about summoning devils, and I thought that it would be a really interesting way to sort of circumvent that, like he's a self-made man, all that sort of thing, and I just thought it'd be much easier for me if I could just skip that whole learning phase and just be magically powerful, so I could like trade my soul to just be happy in this life, sort of thing.
Hmm. Hmm. The church was involved again. So they keep a lot of that information around. Is it easy to break in?
When your father is who mine is.
I think we're done with our questioning right now, unless anyone else has anything to say, like Stan, Lubnub, Torek. I know you would like to say a few choice words, Torek. You can't lie.
I just walk over, set one of the bowls of castle in the table, shoving the bread over and go,
As you go to sit the castle, you realize all the bowls are empty.
Oh yeah.
All the food stayed on
"Oh."
the ship.
Alright, I'm assuming she's eating it off the table with how you've described the house, and I'm just gonna set it in the bowl.
The
Take the
bread.
bread and put
Yeah.
it in the bowl.
The bread is
Yeah.
now in the bowl.
There you go, it's quite unsanitary to eat directly off of the table, please. Besides, don't put back in your mistakes too hard. It's easy to make a mistake in becoming a warlock. So, you know,
It's very easy to do that, and he's currently Zuax is currently writing something down. He rips it out, and hands her the sheet of paper. Oh, it's a prescription for Alcoholics Anonymous. You might get out of a lot of trouble if you went and had a chat with some people.
Perhaps. Perhaps later.
Also, there is nothing that circumvents working hard in this world. You have to.
Now that's not true, because devils do exist.
Yeah, but not when you're summoning demons. That's not the people you want to be making agreements with.
I did wonder if summoning a devil to break the deal with the demon would work.
No, oh,
I
sweetie,
did
no,
consider
no,
that.
No.
If I'm honest, that was going to be my next step if no one had intervened. I was going to try that because I didn't really know what else to do.
As a doctor, I will turn around and say that that is not the right option. What you need to do first is sort out your own mental health from the looks of it. And we'll take care of the demon when the time comes.
Could that time be soon?
It depends.
Because I would
For the
rather
next
that be
2 years.
done.
It really depends. But again, you can't be summoning anything else to try and get a foot up.
Now, see, if it went well though, the devil plan, you admit that it would have worked, because they would
Oh,
have taken my soul.
It would 110. It would have worked. You would have been powerful. You would have probably got a lot of the things you wanted in life, but nothing that you needed.
See, that's what I wanted.
Sure. Anyway, anybody
How
else
many
have any more questions?
How many what?
How many friends would you have?
Well, I'd have no life, Rhea.
That's one.
I'm glad you can count.
You need a lot more than one friend. You need a lot more than friends. You need family in this world. And the only way to get family is to struggle and form bonds that way. You can't cheat your way to family.
Stan now has like a shaved head and holding up a shotgun. Family.
Family. I mean, Stano
Just-
was already bald.
you watch as a corona manifests around his hand.
And he's
I'm in my hand. I'm pointing the logo directly towards her.
He's
and I'm
just like, it's
Family.
for La Familia. You watch as she sort of tries to comprehend that, and you can see that it's just not taking root. She's
Sorry,
like,
you're too young.
if I had enough money, I'd just be happy. That would be me.
Think that now.
Have enough money.
You won't always think that.
I live off my father's wealth. I've never owned anything my entire life.
Yeah, because you've not worked hard enough to own anything your whole entire
But see,
life.
that's
You
where
try
the
and cut
deal would
corners.
have came in.
Tarek's gonna walk out at that, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna be like that.
That's a
No,
really
you're.
fucking disgusting thing to say. So.
This is like a brick wall.
I just like, put my hand on her shoulder and go, start small. Try working in a kitchen. It's the easiest way to make
Build
family and
bonds.
understand what's wrong about yourself. Even if you might not think it.
Make me
I'm gonna-
just a flat charisma check, just to see how well this advice lands. Because it's neither.
20 for a 12.
Oh, nice.
You see her
I'm gonna
process
single-handedly
for a
play
while,
part.
and she's just like,
Maybe I should work in the kitchen.
I have never really considered working anywhere.
Tarek's behind the door. just
My
like,
God, man.
Perhaps it is something I should look into. I've never considered doing anything other than study my entire life. And I've hated study. Perhaps hard work may be a way forward. I will consider
Anytime you
it.
need
We've left
Yeah.
this world better than when we came in it, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Heroes.
And I will remind you, she's under zone of truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can't lie. She's
Yeah.
telling the actual truth, though.
She's contemplating an honest living.
Yeah.
Mm.
She's gonna work one day in a kitchen
Same
though
her.
and be like, "I'm sorry, you want me to clean a plate?" No,
She's
Yeah.
already an
You-
alcoholic. She's halfway there. You know.
Yeah.
this is true.
Come on.
I really like you guys. I don't really want to work. Can I just hang out here?
Mm. Shit.
You guys
that's-
get it.
Oh.
She'd make a
That's called
fantastic
picking up apron.
executive chef.
That's definitely how that will manifest.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna be like, oh, so I need to work in a kitchen. Well, I'll just buy a restaurant for myself, and then I'll work there.
And her work
no.
is going to consist of just going in and being like, okay, you guys all do this. I'm just going to be in charge.
Yeah,
With money that's not mine. Boo-hoo.
yeah.
Oh no, anyway.
Well, guys, let's get ourselves off to bed. I am rather spent on spell slots, and I'm going to take the brandy on my way out. Doctor's orders, you probably shouldn't have some of this for the rest of the night.
Very well. There's vodka in the pantry. As he wanders off. You all successfully have a long rest, and now, Lathria, you successfully activate your item, and I will send you your information accordingly. I'll send it to you in a text form, so that I don't have to spend an hour and a half talking about a book.
That's fine. Can I also do the other thing that you said I could do when I had a long rest?
Yes, you may. Would you like to make me just a flat charisma check of, like, just your what's the word? Just your proficiency plus charisma plus a d20 to just see how well your overall.
So the charisma plus and the proficiency plus?
Yes.
God, your romance admiral to get more answers.
Where
And
does
you said earlier, on the floor doesn't count.
Going to end up in a book of memories in his shelf somewhere.
Yeah,
So that's
the better daughter.
21.
21. When the morning comes by, I presume you present your new thing to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back
You
in
have-
the house.
You have full description of its physical attributes and properties and appearance.
Okay.
With a 21,
back into
you
the
get
house.
it to be exactly how you want it.
Is everyone together? Like, has everyone woken up and gathered, or?
well, Lub had a thing to do.
Oh, I concede. I apologise. Lubnub, feel free.
Lub basically was going to say to what's Nylathria's friend's name?
Ariadne.
Basically tell her, but he doesn't think it's safe to fall asleep in the house and thinks everyone should rest on the ship.
Ariadne just sort of drunkenly is like, yeah, fucking, yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
So she doesn't go to the ship?
No.
Okay, well, you guys would find Lubnub in the house, probably sleeping outside whatever room Ariadne's passed out in.
Probably, honestly, the kitchen.
Then that's where you find Lubnub.
Okay. Is it just Lubnub in the kitchen?
I presume
Can it be just
if
Lubnub in the
if-
kitchen?
everyone else was on the ship, Lubnub would be the only one in there, but if everyone else wants to sleep outside Ariadne's pass-out zone...
No, we would have got.
Wants to sleep in a proper bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
go
go and
you
get
go
a
to the
bedroom.
ship. In the ship, it's only hammocks available. So if anyone wants a real bed, they need to be in the house.
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Yeah, we're staying in the house.
In the house.
Yeah. Amazing. You all get a wonderful night's sleep. The blankets are all fitted and the sheets are soft. The pillows are duck feather. It is proper luxury.
Probably the best night Torix
Mm.
had. Yeah.
In the morning, you all watch as when you get out the beds reset themselves.
Can I take the bottle of brandy I nicked and then just pour it on the pillow?
Yeah, it soaks through the pillow, and then eventually, after a while, you watch it evaporate.
Damn it. That would have been ruined. I'm gonna leave.
You
Well,
got the
when I-
magic.
So, does Nylathria find you all gathered in the kitchen next to a passed out Ariadne?
I mean, if they've
Sure.
all been in beds, I'm gonna try and get there early so that I
Okay.
just see Lubnub.
Okay, Lubnub, you are met alone with Nylathria.
Is there any jewelry or anything?
The
in
house is
room I'm in?
blank, fully blank.
Steal a picture.
There is pictures on the walls.
Steal
They're
a photo.
most-
Photo.
They're mostly seascapes. You don't see any family photos.
Cool. I'm just going down then.
But yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
Lub,
I'm
you
gonna
are
take a
you are
swig.
met from your slumber by Nylathria.
As
I'm
per
gonna go-
usual, whenever Nylathria enters a room, Lovenup's not expecting to act us out, but slowly goes away.
Morning. I'm gonna go, that was a normal door I came through. I'm gonna have a drink of the vodka that's on the table beside my friend. Nice breakfast. And I'm gonna say to Lubnub, I have got something for you.
Okay.
You were kind enough to protect my ring. I appreciate that. And you, when I asked you to like stop Zuak from doing his ritual, you helped me again, and I appreciate you sticking to your word. I like that in a person, so I've got you a gift. I think that we're gonna have to kill some pretty big, bad, scary things, and I hope you don't take this as offense. But your weapon is a rock tied to a stick.
I hope you don't take offense, but your weapon is offense.
Yes, your weapon offends me. So I've got you a better one.
Very
And
well,
I'm gonna
Nylathria.
pull.
Feel free to describe whatever object you have crafted.
So I have purchased for you a very large maul, because I know that you use a maul, and it's metal, and it's got a big long kind of, the handle's wrapped in leather. It looks quite nice. The handle at the bottom is like a very, very sharp point, like a spear, I guess. And then at the top, one side of the cleaver is like a giant metal meat cleaver, like with the bumps at the end. And on the other side is like
A meat
not
pounder, you mean?
a meat pounder, yeah. And on the other side is almost more like a meat cleaver. It's kind of like the back of a hammer. It's not two prongs, but it is like a large kind of sharp at the end, but more just sloped and angled, like just like sharp, thick metal. It's
Yeah.
pretty shiny.
Yeah, Lub, you take this weapon, and as soon as you hold it, you feel the weight in your arms. It is much heavier than your current maul. You would hazard a guess as to say that if you didn't have a strength above 16, you would struggle to wield this. Like, it is one of those, it is a big hunk of hard, solid metal.
Yeah, this is much more the demon killing kind.
You
Is there a
And I'm
also,
gonna
fire in this room?
you also feel like this weapon wants to attune to you.
say to you, I have also put some of my magic into it. I'm going to be honest with you, my magic can be a little, like myself, chaotic and not necessarily exact, but I have attempted to channel into it what I think will help us killing what we've kind of been up against, the undead, the demonic, that sort of realm of things. So enjoy, I guess.
I'm looking forward to breaking something with this. Is there like a fireplace in the room?
You know there's a fireplace in the room behind you because the kitchen has a big cauldron area.
If it's lit, then Lovenub has thrown the old club in there.
It's probably like embers. You could stoke it back to life. Lubnub's lit more than one fire in his life.
It was more like a quick discarding sort of thing. I was going
He's not
for,
going to
but,
spend 5 minutes ritually burning it.
if it gives off heat, Lovenub's probably been stoking it to keep Ariadne warm.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious to Nylaferia that when she's walked in, that Love's been keeping guard.
Yeah. And again, you see a pathetic state of a woman in her early 20s, passed out with a little bit of vomit on her shirt. And she is like shivering cold as she lay on the stone floor, eaten only bread and vodka for the last 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, once I've given Lubnub his gift, I am going to attempt to rouse her somewhat. If she won't rouse, I'm just going to ask Lubnub to carry her. And I'm assuming I know where her room is, and I'm going to take her to bed and tuck her in the recovery position.
Yeah, she rouses pretty easily. As you sort of shake her, she comes back to reality. And she sort of blearily looks at you. You know that way where like her eyes are not looking at you, but you get the sense she's trying to.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go, hungover mornings are better spent in bed than on the floor. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Thanks, Nyla. She
I'm going
just
to take her,
she just
take her to her
acquiesces.
bed and
Yeah, she just
tuck her
acquiesces.
in.
As you tuck her
You
in,
kind of need to sort your shit out. I need to sort my shit out, but so do you.
as you tuck her in, she says, "I told the truth last night. I told them what happened."
You've still not really told me what happened. I still don't really know my part in this.
I tried to save you, you know.
And I appreciate that, but there's definitely something going on with me as well, and I'm kind of wondering if you could tell me.
I think for as long as I'm serving him, we will both be touched. But I managed to negotiate that it was just me affected.
Okay.
I didn't win much, but your freedom was there.
I appreciate that, and I think Lubnob's gonna beat the shit out of the demon, if that makes you feel better.
That would be so nice.
It really would.
It would just be so nice. I really need that right now, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do that, but I'm gonna really need you to. I mean, I looked at the kit in the kitchen there. You need to try and just not live the life you're living. Like, I appreciate you telling the truth. That's a great step, but like, bread and vodka does not make dinner. I love a drink, but you can have a drink and you can have some food as well.
There's no food in the house.
You have so much money.
I can't go out every night. That's...
You absolutely can.
You know how
Go to a
weird it is
restaurant every single night.
to just be like the Admiral's daughter alone at a restaurant every night? That's a bizarre thing to be.
So is a woman who falls asleep on the floor with a loaf of bread.
But no one talks about that.
Well, then why don't you come and have dinner with me every so often?
That,
or with other people. Make a friend.
That would be nice.
Let's do that. Okay, whenever we're free, our group's going to come back and we're going to have dinner with you.
Okay.
But other than that, and I'm going to kind of think this through in my head, and I'm going to go, this might be a horrendous idea, and I'm going to go, you love a wine and cheese night.
Yeah.
And you like animals. I like animals. See the guy who you were rude to, Torek?
Oh, the kennels. The kennels.
Well, yeah, you can go and sit with the dogs, but also Tarek has loads of lovely little rats, and they're really intelligent, and you could have dinner with them. You could have a cheese and wine night.
I have too many pets at the moment, Nyla. If I'm honest with you, the dogs are getting out of hand.
Are the dogs being taken care of?
It was easy to do when there was only 2 or 3. But one of the things the demon asked me to do was kick dogs, so I had to.
I'm sorry, you do.
No, you don't understand.
You what? You've been kicking the dog?
No, I've not been kicking dogs. No, it asked me to kick dogs, and so I've been kicking them off the kennels and into my kennel. So I've been kicking them out of their bad situation into my kennels. See the wordplay?
Oh, right.
But
you've been looking after the dogs.
Yeah,
and there's so many of them.
I've got 45 dogs now.
That sounds amazing.
And you see that she is like nodding off to sleep as she's like, I've got 45 dogs now. And then she's like, just the last thing she says before she passes the fuck back out is, don't drink from the well water. And then goes off to bed.
Jesus.
Christ, okay. I'm gonna like, I know that she gets like an allowance of like kind of silly money.
Yeah.
I'm going to very intentionally pat her down, take some of her money,
She
and
has
replace it.
she has a banknote that is a bank account number and a gold transfer rate.
Okay, I'm going to write that down and keep that bit of paper, and then I'm going to leave her a note saying that I am going to hire someone with some of her money being transferred to them each month to help look after the dogs. I'm going to find someone who is poor and in need of a job and a nice person, and I'm going to hire them, and I'm going to be like, it'll be good. Don't worry about it. And I'll ask whoever I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'll leave this till later. But that is my intention to do that. I've left a note for her.
Yeah.
I really hope you find that same guy before you got to.
It's canon.
For you.
Stamp
We're
of
gonna look
approval.
for him.
Yeah. Nothing about the well water. Just moving on from that.
Well, oh God. Okay, I shake her. Wake up. Wake up for a second.
You can leave. It was just pure curiosity. She as soon as you shake her awake, she looks like she's gonna vomit. Like you're shaking a
I
hungover
move.
lady.
I move out of the way.
She's just like, oh God.
Christ.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that again. But you went, don't drink the well water, and it was very ominous. And then you fell asleep. So
Yeah, don't
expand.
drink the well water. I was asked to poison it.
Oh fuck.
Oh, for God's sake!
No.
Right. Okay.
No,
Before you go to
hang
sleep.
on though. No, because I put in youth potion. That was my poison. So no one's gonna age for a week.
Oh, okay. So can I just double check with you? So you're being
Mhm.
asked to do stuff that isn't good, and you're twisting it the way that I really respect in you. I'm not going to lie.
I'm trying.
To be
I'm
not that
trying.
bad. I appreciate that. Your group's pretty. They were pretty nice. You probably saw that last night. They're nice guys.
Mm.
If you've done anything that's actually bad and damaging to people, and you need us to kind of rectify, will you let us know that?
I think I'm on top of that at the moment.
Okay.
You
let us know though.
I've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you have some sleep today. I've left you a note. I'm going to hire someone to look after the dogs with your money.
Oh my God, that would be so good. I can't walk 45 dogs every day. I just can't.
That's fair.
It's too much.
That is fair.
There's too many dogs.
I think you should sleep today.
Yes, I'll sleep.
Okay.
I just need to. And she looks like she's gonna get up out of bed. I'm just gonna get a drink first. I got a wee drink.
No,
and then
I'm going to forcibly sit her back down,
And then I'll go to sleep.
and I'm gonna no drink today. Have a day off.
But breakfast though.
Have a day off
Of food?
just for today. No, well, I'll bring you food.
Okay, and a drink, please.
Yep.
She goes to sleep. She looks like she is not going to be awake if you come back with food.
I'm definitely going to walk through the house, and while I'm walking through the house, I'm going to kind of shout, "Rise and shine, everyone!" And I'm going to go, "Stan, can you make breakfast?" And Torek, do you want to come pet 45 dogs?
Sorry.
Stan, as soon as you enter the kitchen, you find only bread and alcohol. There is no cheese, there is no meat, there is no dairy of any kind, there is no vegetable. It is bread and it is alcohol.
How many dogs did you say?
45.
40.
Last time you came here, she had 2 dogs.
What you? For how much?
For how much?
Are you asking
Maybe pay these
Latvia
pet
how
dogs?
much it's going to cost you to pet these dogs?
Oh, pet! yet. I don't know why I heard look after.
No.
I was like, what the?
I was like, why
No.
wouldn't I Latvia
You're
charge
not looking
you?
at rat catcher. You're
decided on
demoted
me
from
as a-
PC to NPC.
2 gold.
I was like,
Good
what
job.
the
You've been
fuck,
demoted to
Graham?
NPC, bitch.
Am I the guy that was smashing the windows now?
Torek,
Yes. If,
Torek is what I employ. Make a new character, Dion. Torek's busy.
yeah.
No.
I'm totally.
You now have a
I'm just
paying
asking
job.
Visit the puppies.
Torek already has a full-time job as well, so it's gonna be you're gonna spend all day with these dogs rat
I
catching.
think that did happen. I think I did mishear that.
Yeah.
And now Torek is very much like absolutely mortified, but it's like cool, excellent, good. I'll go the dogs that far away.
I'm also going to tell Torek what Ariadne's done. I'm going to be like, the demon wanted her to do this to the dogs, and she's actually done this because she's actually, like, I know she comes across a bit, but she is actually a nice person. And me and you, because you know your animals, we're going to find someone, you can help me vet them, and they're going to look after the dogs. We're going to pay them too. I stole her bank details, I won't even lie.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, for the dog.
You go into the kennels and the stink of wet dog permeates absolutely everything. They are in clean environments. There is no signs of mess. There is a bowl of water that seems to have a fountain above it leading into clean water. And you can see that there is like evidence that there should be food in a bowl, although it's clean. It's licked clean. None of them look starving, but it is breakfast time, and they are all sort of excitedly, happily wagging their tails. There is dogs of every kind, all of them seemingly quite healthy and happy. Although, I will say, the volume of 45 untrained dogs charging at you is a little much. Like,
Any rolls on that? Or?
no,
Roll initiative.
there is no way to succeed in this because they are not really doing anything other than uncoordinatedly barking and wagging and licking and charging and jumping. They're not hurting
I'm gonna
you.
pet about 5 at a time. just,
Yeah.
like, with my shoulders.
If you
I've
get
just
if
done
you
a
get
strength
down
roll.
to
Jesus, I did a roll by mistake and I rolled an at 20.
you
How
watch
many dogs can you
as
pick up?
Latvia lifts 15 dogs.
I get
They're
them all.
flexing. Yeah, if you go on down on one knee in any capacity, you are on your back for an unknown amount of time. These dogs are a lot. They are 45 untrained dogs of various sizes, and they are all barking and loud.
I'm gonna catch people with animals.
I'm going to cast speak with animals as well.
The cacophony of these animals is ungodly. Like, it is like being in the center of a rock concert with just like kids screaming at you constantly. These are all young-ish dogs. You don't see any that are old because you've just not had them for very long.
And then just going, food. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
This makes me
I'm going to
so
go, hello,
really happy.
puppies.
They
I'm gonna
all
say,
in unison stop and stare.
No.
Like, you talk?
No.
Yes.
That's crazy! And then they all go wild again.
I'm going to go, wait.
No. They're going wild. 45 untrained puppies.
Wait.
No way wait
I'm
works.
I'm just going to kind of shout over them and I'm going to be like, were any of you street dogs?
About 15 of them start howling.
I'm going to go, can I speak to you over here? And I'm going to walk over to the corner.
Make me an animal handling with disadvantage.
Can I help make it?
You
like,
can.
nice
So
normal?
it will be a normal animal handling check.
Okay. I don't know what my animal handling is. I rolled good, so our animal handling is +2, so that's a 19.
19. You get at least 5 of them. It looks like a couple of the older, more sort of
I'm
shaggy
sure.
dogs. They look like sort of wolfhound adjacent, like bigger street dogs. They all come up. Hi.
Hi, doggies.
Hello, 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 hello.
we're people trying to help the city, the animals and the people in the city.
Sounds
And
nice.
we're right now we're investigating things that are happening.
Okay.
And one of the things that we're investigating is people who've been kidnapped, like they've been taken by other people with sacks over their head
Okay.
sometimes. And those people are getting hurt and then replaced.
It's not good.
So I'm wondering if maybe you'd seen someone get taken somewhere and then that person like forcibly taken with a bag over their head and then someone else goes out that looks just like them. Or even just two people that look the exact same.
Make me a flat luck check. So just roll a d20 and I'll say on a 17 or higher, these dogs might know someone.
Wait. Kieran's got the big D100. Can he roll it with that?
Oh,
Big D100.
Does Jenna acquiesce to that?
Yeah, I want to watch it. Kieran, do you have your camera that we can see that or no?
Oh, the big.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
he's
at
got
it.
it.
Oh. Okay.
Already.
So that what was that? 17. So there's a 15% chance that it doesn't work, which means that it is on an 85 or higher.
Yeah, but I want to watch. I want to see this, Kieran.
Well, you've got the camera angled. Call it and I'll roll
I
it.
see the owl right now.
Owl?
what?
I can only see a bird right now.
Where?
No,
You can only see a bird?
you can't.
Oh, you can only see that.
What?
Oh, can you guys all see it?
Yeah, we can all see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. Just go.
What?
Jenna, call it and I'll roll.
Oh, you
Let me
mean
hang up and then come back and see if I can see it.
Kieran's
Oh, my
fucking
my
Discord
profile
logo?
picture.
Hey, I can see now.
Oh my god.
Right.
There we go.
Call it and I roll it, Jen.
Am I just telling you when to go?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
That I would appear, because it's not landing exactly flat.
No way.
Would you be a one?
Just a dog.
Oh, there's the camera.
There.
So straight
Oh.
down.
77?
I do believe so.
Not quite 85, although damn close. Yeah, all the dogs are just like people. We see people all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I'd love it if they just described what twins were. Was it-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
some-
described what twins are.
The drunk
Funny
one.
enough.
When the drunk one comes, they were the drunk one who feeds us. She is she got taken.
She did get taken. You've not seen anyone else with that happen?
No.
Okay. That's all right.
Was that bad?
Tarek,
No.
was it bad that she was taken?
That we don't know?
Yeah, those
No.
people were going to hurt her.
As soon
but
as
we
you
saved
say
her, so
yeah,
it's
they
okay.
all start like howling.
No.
We saved her. It's okay that she's okay.
The drunk one though.
Yeah, she's okay. We saved her.
Where is the drunk one?
She's in bed right now because she's very drunk. She's extra drunk.
Can we see?
Just you five though, but you would need to. Could you promise me that you would try not to wake her up? You would be very gentle.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Oh God,
I'm gonna
yeah.
take those 5 dogs to see her.
You take 5 dogs. You
Please let
all
45 go.
as
Please
every
let all
as
go.
roll me a stealth check to see if you can squirrel 5 excited dogs away.
While Jenna rolls you that stealth check, I would love you all to know that 77 and 85 are right next to each other on this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
Oh, bastard and big dice. So my stealth is at disadvantage because I'm shiny. Is
Yes.
this stealth at disadvantage because I'm shiny?
Yes.
Then
Oh,
that
Oh.
is a 10.
5 dogs.
10. You're shiny and being followed by 5 barking dogs. As soon as one of the dogs, it looks like the smallest of the street dogs, who wasn't quite paying attention, they're like corgi sized, wasn't quite paying attention, watches you all go away and goes, "Oh, we're going for a walk," and then 40 other dogs go ballistic. And yeah, if you would like to lead them into the bedroom, you all watch as 45 dogs come charging through the house.
Wait, can I not? I can't get just 5. Like I can't
No,
close the door.
you can either get. I mean, you can give me a strength check to wrestle the other dogs away from the door.
Well, I mean, my strength check went great when I didn't mean to do it, so I suppose we'll try that again.
Like, you've dealt with a dog trying to get through a door.
That's a 3.
A 3. No, absolutely not. All these dogs come charging into the main house. But the blessing is they don't know where her room is. So they're all just charging through the main house.
Oh god, no, I'm cooking at the kitchen. I'm just gonna use the shield cover the pot I'm using.
What are you
for the
cooking?
shield.
You're just melting
No.
bread?
There's a lot of beer. I'm planning on pouring the beer in, boiling it, and caramelizing it until it's essentially just that. And I'm planning on soaking the bread in it a little bit. But I'm just gonna body blow all of it.
So like,
Fried butter?
there's no butter, it's only beer.
No, but what's it called again?
I don't know.
French toast?
Pancakes?
Bread and butter
Toast.
pudding.
I'll figure it out. But that version with vodka, basically.
Yeah, they just start charging through the house. It's just chaos in the house.
Puppies. If you want to see the drunk lady, we need to try to calm and be gentle.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
There's chaos all around them, and I'm just attuning to this. Wow.
Persuasion is, thank God, that's good. So that's a 13 total.
13. You get a vast majority of them to calm down, and some of the older dogs start like nipping at the younger ones to make them behave.
I'm going to attempt to get Ariadne to come to the door. I'm going to knock on the door, and I'm going to say in, the dogs really want to know you're okay. They watched you get kidnapped. I need you to come say hi to the dogs.
You're going in to say that.
No, I'm knocking on the door. I'm not opening the door.
She does not respond.
Nah, fuck, she's been kidnapped again.
Oh, dang it.
Open the
I'm
door,
going to
let them
shout
in.
through the door. Ariadne, if you don't get up right now, I'm going to send 45 dogs in to say hello to you.
I'm up.
Toric's gonna stand at the end of whatever, like the corridor or outside this door and watch this.
And I'm going to say, get ready to get swarmed. They were worried about you.
No,
And then
hang
you
on.
open the door.
I'll come out. And you open the door. And all the dogs come charging in, and they are all so excited to see her. They are proper, like, kissing, and they're all just swarming and ruffling each other out the way. You see squabbles start to form as, like, bigger ones kick smaller ones out the way to cuddle her. And she's just like, enough, okay. And they all sort of calm down a little bit. She's like, I need everybody to leave. Go on. And they don't move.
I'm going to go, Ariadne, where's the dog food?
They have to go to the shop.
I'm going to go, puppies. I'm going to get you food if you all go back out to the kennels.
Immediate rush to the kennels. Food. All of them screaming food.
And that's what I'll go and do.
Yeah. You would know that
Lubnub, I might need you to carry Lubnub, I might need you to carry kibble.
there is no, like, kibble. You would be looking for a butcher.
Lubnub, I might need you to carry things.
a
got,
couple cows.
I've got like 5 days of rations in my bag. Can I go in and like just like divvy up the rations for them as like a wee snack?
Sure, you give each of the dogs the equivalent of a treat.
Yeah.
It takes you a good half an hour to sort of make sure that all of them are not just running around. Like, you know that way where if you've just got a large group of animals, you're trying to get each of them to have one. It takes you a good while to sort out. The first bit goes quickly, but then after that, you're like, have I given this one a treat? Is this one... What's going
They're
on
all
here?
They're all getting snuggies and kisses. They're all getting snuggies and kisses.
They're just an
Yeah.
absolutely ecstatic group of dogs that have been saved from like shelters and pounds.
45 of them.
I love them, every single one.
Lubnub will happily go with Nyla to go get.
As
Some
you
food.
attune to the the mall, sorry, as you attune to the mall, you can. I will send you an item that you can add to your inventory after the session.
Nope.
Because as you attune, rather than learning the effects, if you try and focus, you've attuned to some magical items before. Some of them, when you focus on them, you learn sort of the base effects, just sort of through a natural understanding, not the full gist all the time, especially if the effect is complicated. But for this one, you just get like blue static as an image in your head. Like it is a silvery blue static that is just annoying to have in the background. If you're trying to like work out what this thing does, it's like being too close to the TV with the volume turned all the way up and no channel selected.
Yeah, as soon as that has, I am not focusing on it at all.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
that shit.
you feel that you have successfully attuned, like you've gotten the effect, but you don't know what that effect is, and because every time you try and work it out, that noise fills your head and that static fills your vision.
Yep.
But yes.
Lubnub, see how we're gonna go and carry a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
I think and this is also because I want Kieran to use his big dice again. I have another thing for you, and I'm thinking it might make it that you can carry more stuff. And I'm gonna give him the other ring, Dylan, that we made.
Okay, yeah.
That is a D100.
Yes, it is. Would Jenna like to describe this to Kieran what this ring does? Because these are
So, Kieran,
your items, baby. You're the creator.
So I'm gonna give you this ring. It will make it that you can carry more. Hopefully, you get bigger when you're fighting, and this will make you bigger all the time if you want that.
You have my attention.
You just need to put it on. It'll make you bigger.
I will.
I don't really know how much bigger.
I will put it on my other task.
So I just do want to clarify. You say other tusk. You do have the frost one on one, and then Nilthira's on the other. So
no, I put both of them on the same task.
Oh, did you?
Sorry. And then I put the frost.
Oh yes, as a cap.
Formed around it, kind of hold
as
it on.
a cap. I do apologise.
Yeah.
That is true.
Rings non-stop. Just have tusks made of rings.
Yeah. So Jen, would you like to describe what happens?
You're gonna need to roll a D100. Otherwise, it could be a very different description.
Yeah.
The camera didn't like that.
Oh,
Is Kieran off camera for everyone this time?
off camera.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, camera did not like that, and I don't know if we're getting it back.
Oh no.
Alright.
Okay.
Unable to detect the camera. Right.
You're just gonna
Oh.
have to roll, Kieran.
Rolling a D100. That's a 99.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was almost a 1, but it's a 99 instead.
I'm gonna need to Google something really quickly because I don't know how to. Oh no,
Oh,
Dylan! Oh no!
It's just the look on Dylan's face that's
Oh,
making
no.
this moment.
So, I love that you put that on, and I go, "This will make you bigger all the time. You'll be able to carry so much stuff for the dogs." And you put your ring on your tusk, and you grow slightly over 8 feet taller than you currently are.
I'm sorry, I grow 8 feet taller.
8
Yeah.
feet and 3 inches.
I want to clarify. You do not grow to the height of 8 foot 3 inches. You gain a height of 8 foot 3 inches, pushing Lubnub's 6 foot all the way up to 14 foot tall.
That is amazing because I went from 6'1" to 14'4".
Yes.
The 4 inches are important.
That is an amazing. I love it. It's 14'4".
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna look genuinely shocked at this, and I'm gonna be like, "Wow."
You watch as passers-by are starting to scream as you're in the street.
Yes. Oh fuck! There is a blood-soaked
There's
giant
a
in the middle of the
blood-soaked
town.
giant
Oh,
just
no.
spawned in the centre of town, and you see local towns guards starting to go, bloody hell, what the help!
It's okay. He's a hero of the city. It's fine. It's fine.
No one's listening to that. There is chaos in the street.
I'm not getting.
I'm not bent down.
What?
I mean-
What?
He's now 14 foot 4 inches.
He's the size of a giraffe. He is
long as
legit
no one
the size
knows.
of a giraffe.
One
I wish my
blows
camera
the-
was on because I have
all
the
the
biggest shit
dogs
eating
forward.
ground right now.
Like, Lubnub, you might want to take the ring off, and I don't even know if that'll work.
I kind of don't want to, if I'm honest, but I see the issues. I see the issue forming, and I will remove the ring begrudgingly from my tusk.
Oh,
Does he
meat
shrink?
to that. Oh, fuck.
Mhm.
You remove the ring, and you do not shrink.
Well,
Don't put it back on. Don't put that back on.
Oh.
well, this is just a thing now, eh?
It would appear so.
Sorry, you all
I
hear,
did ask if you wanted to be taller.
just a thing now. A
Oh,
huge echoing deep cavity of the giant in front of you.
I think we might need to. This was right at the start of our walk, so like we're going right back to the manor.
Your feet outside.
Yes,
Can you fit through the door?
I don't think
No,
I
you do not fit through the door. Actually, they are double manor doors, so you could crawl through them. It would be like fitting through like a chimney-sized object.
No thanks. Lubnub will wait outside and just sit
Zuak,
cross-legged.
you see
I did
a
something.
giant
Zuak did
walk
something.
through again. Like, they leave for less than 10 minutes, and Lub walks past you 10 minutes later, well over double the height he
God,
was.
how are the dogs gonna react?
That's a
10
great
foot
question.
Taller than me. I am only 4 foot tall. He is literally 10 foot taller than me. I'm like,
So I actually did something.
All the dogs, Torek, I presume you're still with the dogs. All the dogs in unison just go, shit, and scatter. Immediately, they all rolled a nat. I rolled one dice for the reaction, and they rolled a nat 1. All 45 dogs scatter in different directions.
Oh.
I don't blame them.
Zuak also bolts.
Torek's what, like 1 meter?
Ariadne, can
Yeah.
you cast a
most?
reduce spell, or do you know if your dad can?
Wait, give me a sec. I'm going to leave him come back, see if I'll turn the webcam back on.
Ariadne
Away.
begrudgingly opens a second story window to look down and is met at eye level with Lubnub and just goes, what the hell happened to you?
I don't fully understand it, but I'm kind of enjoying it.
I mean, I don't know what to do about this, if I'm honest. I know the spell reduced, but it will only last a minute.
Yeah, but could you
No.
cast that, and then we take him to your dad and ask your dad to do something?
Very well, and
No,
then
it's
she
just-
I
This
do
is
not
gonna be
want to be
so-
him when he's.
casts reduce.
It's so beyond useful in combat, though.
She casts reduce, and you are reduced half your height, so Lub is still a foot taller.
That's still better.
Yes,
Okay.
now.
All of us are going to
That's-
hightail to the boat
You run.
with Ariadne.
Do you join, Lub?
I've been told to go, I believe.
Yes.
Or at least I've been asked, and Lub is starving at
Yeah.
this point, I'll point out. Because we didn't have dinner. And I spent
thing I'm-
most of my night trying to take care of the drunk woman who I believe was going to get kidnapped again. So, the sooner we can get this over with, the sooner I can eat.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you go, you make it just in time so that when you unbolt the door, you dash straight through, and then you're on the deck of the ship. About 5 seconds goes by, and then you swell back up again. And the captain, Deepwater, looks at you and goes, "Well, that was an entrance. What do you think?" Is there something I can do to help you all this fine morning?
Do you have any way to make him a bit smaller? I had a magic item, and it has made him significantly taller than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to make him taller, but not that much.
Very well. May I see the item?
Lubnub, you still have the ring.
Yeah, I was doing motions on camera, forgetting my camera's not working at the minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Lubnub. I assume without having to really go far, I'm able to just pass
Oh
him the
yeah,
ring.
yeah, absolutely. You have like a 15-foot reach at the moment. You're easily rocking a massive amount of space. And I will point out your weapon grew with you.
What's... Oh, right.
Does-
Did the ring
does the
grow as
ring-
well?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But when you
But-
took the ring off, it shrunk.
So now he's got, like...
A
fucking
tiny-
fist in his
Yeah.
hand.
I can't even put the ring back on.
Like a pin.
Wait up. And
You cannot put the ring back on.
He was about to give him a fucking hula hoop.
I just realised when Lubnub raises a giant now, he grows to like 28.8 feet.
Yes. Technically,
Oh,
Oh, man.
technically he goes up a size category. So
No, it's only the
Oh.
rage is only
We
meant
should
to
go
make
find
me
the
go to
Balo
large.
Right now. We should
Oh,
just
okay.
transport into the Shadowfell and kill the
So
Balo with this.
I would, if anything, if I raged, it would shrink me. I think.
no, large would be within the realm of 14 feet. Yeah, because large is between 10 and 20.
Yeah, like the if we
Huge.
got high enough level, I would eventually be able to grow again with my rages. Because instead, I would go to huge.
Yes.
Unless somehow a 100 on the dice is just like, well, good luck.
Yeah, you go through. He looks at the ring and says, fear not, everybody. The effect lasts only an hour once the ring is removed.
Aww.
But
Lubnub,
Lubnub,
suppose
that
that's
means you can put it
all
back
thought.
on.
Sorry,
I hope
two
you
people
understand
spoke.
exactly what you've done there.
Two people spoke at once. I didn't hear what was going on. Sorry.
Oh, I said Lubnub, that means you can put it back on.
Ah, yeah.
This is so beyond useful.
You can keep that. You can have that ring.
Thank you.
Another gift.
I very much like this ring.
And
Yeah.
now you can go and pick up 6 cows. for the
Yeah, we
dogs.
can go get cows for the doggies.
You look and you see the problem immediately, Lubnub. These doors are no longer double entry into a house. These are just regular doors. You're gonna have a tough time getting through these.
not only
So
that,
I-
how's he getting through the house afterwards?
Did Ariadne not come with us? Can she not cast that spell
Absolutely
again?
not. She's in bed again.
So
Alright,
Just-
just wait for an hour.
while Lovenop has an opportunity, is there any water around?
Oh yeah, loads. You're in open ocean seemingly. You don't see land anywhere.
Don't drink the ocean.
I'm not going to drink the ocean. It was more
Oh, your
am I
camera's
able
back.
to? Yep, I unplugged it and plugged it back in. Am I able to reach the ocean from the ship?
Yeah, probably, to be honest with you. Oh, okay,
Oh,
he's
no.
dead.
Cleaning some of the blood off me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just while they're having a dilemma of, oh god, Lovenop the Huge.
Yeah, absolutely. You just start cleaning all the blood off you.
With ocean water.
Oh,
Look.
jeez, Kieran.
Jeez.
Oh,
I
the
think-
ring
we'll just-
girl's back.
I think
We'll
your
just keep
camera's.
the camera off.
I think your camera's maybe a bit goosed, pal.
It does
Sorry,
not like to be moved.
Fine.
So,
Two of your demons.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
using the only source of water that I've been around for a sustainable amount of time, I would like to try and at least make myself somewhat clean.
Yeah, and you do. You do make yourself clean. As you reach into the ocean below you, you realise that it is a freshwater source.
Oh.
Then against Taurus advice, I will drink.
You do. It tastes slightly sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. It's an old expression for meaning not salted.
Aye, right.
Nyla Ferria's strength check just came through, and that's hilarious.
But yes, you
Yeah.
guys wait an hour. Lub, you go back to normal size. You're nice and clean. You have had your fresh water. And I presume you guys head on out. So we cut to Zuak. I believe
Before we
you
go,
had.
can I hand
Oh,
everyone
sorry.
food?
What?
Before we go, can I just hand everyone food?
You do. The cassoulet that you made last night has matured into a lovely breakfast beans.
Oh,
Lovely.
delightful.
Shoveling
We
it
have that.
down.
And this strange bread caramel I've created.
Yes, you do indeed.
Whatever you hand me is gone in less than a minute.
So after a
Constitution check.
In a second.
no, after a hearty breakfast, you all leave the house satisfied. So I believe there was some mention of shopping involved.
Oh no.
I mean,
We're
I'm
going
kind of side-eyeing
shopping?
Nyla Feria, and it's very clear that I'm like tempted to put the ring back on.
I'm gonna look at him and go, if you want to put it on, you can put it on, man. I thought that was hilarious.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling.
Right.
Lacking impulse control, here we go. The ring goes back on.
Roll me a D100. It's a different height every time.
Yeah,
29 this time.
Can you shrink?
You're 29 inches tall.
If I shrink, love my might cry.
Jen,
2 feet.
a gain. Gain of
Yeah,
2 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2.5 feet ish. You gain.
So you're about half the size you were before, but you do gain 2 feet.
Dope.
What's it going to do with 4 feet? God.
Walk with them.
Yeah, you guys make your way through town. Seems to have been a commotion earlier, something about a giant, but everyone's moved on by now.
Oh, that's crazy.
I would
See
like
that
to
blood-covered giant appear out of nowhere? It was mental.
No.
I would like to go find a potion seller, please.
Amazing. As you go through town, make me an investigation check.
Oh God, no! Don't make me roll up. Roll so bad. Investigation. An 11.
11.
11.
Absolutely, you find
11.
an apothecary. You know that there is an apothecary nearby. You've heard of it. You've seen other people go there, but it's one of the newer ones that has popped up, and you've just not had a chance to be there. Something about a new wizard that came into town, and is basically setting up shop, sells magic items, sells enchanting equipment, sells apothecary items. And you make your way over to Mad Marvin's mystical menagerie of magical appliances. And then
Man.
Mad Marvin's mystical menagerie of magical appliances. And a big and like a little sign hung underneath the main sign, you see foreclosed for malpractice. And then underneath that, tacked on clearly with just a hammer and nail, is just 3 letters NAW written in big red ink.
I like it. Right, let's go in, guys.
As you're about to go in, the door swings open and a well-dressed man backs out, still facing in, shouting at the shop, going, Marvin, that's just not how things work in this town. You have to pay your taxes and you have to pay back your loans. And you hear just like, you hear from the other side of the room someone say, mate, fucking see if I'm gonna be honest with you, pal. See if some cunt came into the house to me and I was running some kind of bank. And someone said to me, here, my name's Mad Marvin. He's gonna give a loan of some cash. And they said, aye. Does that no make them stupid? Do you know what I mean, though? See how that works? And he's like, no, you've promised to pay back this loan. And he's going, no, see, because what I would do, you've walked in here, you said geese money, and I've said no. And I think that's what you should have done. Do you know what I mean, though? And he's like, you just see this banker being like, if you don't pay, we will take the shop. I'll be sending the guard round later this afternoon. And he goes, no, wait, hold on. Let's clear this up now. Hold on. And then, like, 30 seconds of rummaging, and the banker just goes, oh, for God's, and leaves. And you walk in, and you see Marvin just standing as if he has pulled from his pocket the middle finger that he was clearly searching for.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's now pointing it at a guard.
And he's now pointing it at Zuak, who's just walked in. And he just goes, alright, pal, how's things? You in for? What you in for?
See, you look like the kind of person that could get me exactly what I'm looking for. I need a potion of paralysis.
Paralysis. I reckon I could do that if I'm honest with you, pal. I could.
And do you just so happen to also have like I would say like an average 14 to 15-year-old size dummy?
A 15-year-old sized dummy? Like a guy? Or
Like, yeah, but like a dummy made out of wood.
why do they have to be 15 though?
I need it for reasons.
I don't think I want to sell you that, pal, with a paralysis potion, if I'm honest with you, mate. I don't think that sounds good to me, if I'm honest. Can you give me some context or justification that might help this? Because from my perspective, I'm gonna
talking like that. Yes,
I think I'm gonna fucking have to kill you, if I'm honest. For the sounds of things.
We're dragging him into the party, right? I want
yeah,
Dylan to have to make his voice
he's
for
coming with
everyone.
us. Like Marvin is
Yeah.
coming with us.
What do you like
Sorry.
Mad Marvin for? That's fucking
Right.
mental.
Does Mad Marvin give the vibes
Jesus.
of just a bloke who works in like a random shop? Yeah,
Does
he gives bloke. Does he give bloke vibes?
he gives a lot of bloke vibes, yeah.
I'm gonna walk in and do the girl thing where I lean over a bit and go, "All right, pal,
Aye, pal, how's things? Aye, what's up?
pretty good. I know my friend here's he's a little cookie, right? He's a little cookie. He doesn't actually have any bad intentions.
I'm a doctor.
Listen, it's all just things that we're into.
That's no helpful for
Yeah.
me, if I'm honest with you, pal.
No, like
Because
I'd like
that's
you're getting this,
you
mate.
see how
Yeah,
that's
I'd like
made
you're
that
getting
worse,
this.
though, don't you?
No, but this is toys. Look how small he is.
Aye, his size isn't what's bothering me, if I'm honest with you, pal. To be
This
honest,
isn't about anyone else. This is just about us.
no.
We've
See,
got weird hobbies.
yeah, see, no. Do you see what I mean? No.
No, I get it, but
Listen,
it's
see,
fine.
at Mad Marvin's Mystical and Magical Menageries, we don't sell like that. Whatever you're looking for, if I'm
Well,
honest
no,
with you.
I get that. You
We
don't need to
do-
give him a dummy.
We do alchemy, we do enchantment, and we do
He's
weaponry.
just looking for a potion. He's
Aye.
just weird.
And he's no getting fuck all here if he's just looking for that potion, if I'm honest with you. He can get
Right,
any other potions that he wants, but he's not getting
Marvin.
that one.
Marvin, I'm a doctor. I need it for an operation.
Aye, well, you can jog on, pal. So,
Can I buy that from you if I promise
See
you
if-
I will not let him touch
see if I
it?
hear anything about what's happening up here. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I'm going to kill both of these. That's just the vibe I'm going for here. I'm going to tell immediately the minute I hear anybody's been drugged, I'm going to tell everyone who fucking done it. Right?
I,
So
I
I'm
won't
just-
let him drug anyone.
I'm just
My
going to put
name
that
is-
out there.
my name is
I don't
Zoo.
believe in Ruffian.
My name is Zooax with a K. So you know who to say who it was. I run the hospital. Not too far from here.
Right, aye.
The things he says is weird, but we're into saving people. That's what we're doing here.
Give me a
So you can't get the dummy.
Give me a persuasion check. Did everyone else come into Mad Marvin's Mystical and Magical Menageries?
Yeah, fuck it.
That's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good one. That's
We're
really
all here.
funny.
What about stopping
As a
reading
25?
practice? I don't think that's good.
25. Yeah, Stan, you noticed that the malpractice thing is definitely a notice from the city to close down. 25. He considers you for a long moment and says, right, I'm going to acquiesce here, right? I'm going to do it. But I want you to both understand I'll get fuck all to do with this, right? I trust that you are going to use this in a responsible and ethical manner, right? Matt's
not.
gone. Matt's fully
We're
gone.
not. We're not. It's part of the plan, guys. I'll tell you in a second.
You're gonna roofie a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
15-year-old, but might not be a 15-year-old.
That's why I need the dummy.
But yeah, I'll go. Listen, I'll make sure he doesn't. No one's gonna get hurt.
Right,
No innocent people are getting anything here.
right. I didn't need to know nothing else, right? So, just, do you need anything else? Or is it just a paralysis potion? Or do you want to look at other wares?
Well, the dummy, if you have it.
You're not getting a dummy, pal.
No.
I don't know what you're into, and you're not getting it, right?
Do you have any potions of shrinking?
Man, you guys are rough. This is... I'm starting to think that there's something else going on here. And I don't know what it is, right? It's a tough sell. I'm just going to say this to you. I'm never going to charge you double. Right? I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
I'm just this moment.
I'm just starting to think that you're only going to be good with this.
I could just want a shrinking potion if you want.
Can I walk in and can be like, Mad Marvin, thank you. This was a test from the city. You have passed by being a stand-up guy, and I thank you for that. We have sent in these strange individuals to ask you these questions to see if you would accept.
But we still want the potions, though, sir.
It is a matter of the city, but we worded it in a way that would be suspicious.
Right. Give me a persuasion check.
What the
Can-
actual fuck
I
is
don't know if
going on?
Zuax is going to do this, but I'm going to change my whole demeanor and try to be really proper looking and like serious to see if
I'm
that
a
helps.
homeless-looking turtle man. How am I going to do that?
I'm going to try and
14.
look really proper.
14.
Like I'm
Right.
just standing to attention.
I'll say
Torik's gonna-
I will say with advantage because Jenna is playing along, and I presume Toric and Lub is just going to
Torik's
stay
walking
out of it. Yeah.
Torik's stepping out and just like
Lubnub is
pretending
looking.
to write something down. Like takes out a sheet of paper and is just like literally just
100%.
scribbling on it. But
Lub is not
Like,
paying attention to this conversation. He's looking to see if this guy's got any cool shit. Will be fun
Like,
to
this
wear.
is the best character you've ever created, Dylan.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Good old Mad Marvin.
What, Mad
wait
Marvin's
to come
Mystical and
with
Magical Menageries?
I can't wait for us to come back in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
The king suddenly disappeared. It's like,
If we're saving
What did you
anyone
guys
do?
in the city, it's
Two things. Lubnub, I need an investigation check if you're looking for interesting stuff. And Stan, what did you get?
18.
18. He sort of, you see him visibly relax, and he goes, "Oh, lads, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Because, man, I thought I was going to be in some serious trouble. Do you know what I mean, pal? Fucking hell. I thought I was gone. That's... Oh, God. You guys are...
Alright. It's all
I got to say, your undercover agents were fucking excellent. Do you know what I mean? That was it. I was starting to think I was going mad. Do you know what I mean? And I'm mad. That's how bad it was. Oh, God.
You're Mad Marvin.
I'm Mad Marvin, do you know what I mean? I thought I was going even madder. Oh God, I'm so glad. Oh, right, guys. Welcome to the store. How can I help you? Obviously, you've got your potions coming up. That's no bother. And I was just joking about charging you double. Obviously, for representatives of the city like yourselves, we would charge only 1.5 times the price. So, moving on for that. Can I get anybody a drink or a snack or Or a
I'd
smoke.
take a wee
You
cup
want a
of tea.
smoke or something? Do you know what I mean? Fucking
I'll take
eat
a
some
cup of
I'll
tobacco
take a
or
smoke.
aye. Aye. He pulls out roll-ups and just starts rolling up cigarettes.
I
From outside,
love them
Torrance has
so
perked
much.
up and just goes back in.
You watch him fucking deftly rolling cigarettes like paper. Fucking aye. Well.
Can I go looking at his wares as well, just in case
So
I find
Lubnob
anything?
was the first to mention it. So Kieran, give me what was your roll?
It was a 7.
A 7.
Oh.
You don't see a whole. You unluckily wander into the section of the store that is a vast majority of like herbal components and potions with complicated elven labels and like spell scrolls of various effects, and you're just like shoving shit off the shelves out the way, trying to find anything interesting in this boring ass section.
Lovely.
Matt, I believe you were next. If you want an investigation,
Yeah. 15.
15. What sort of stuff are you looking for?
Any kind of like magically attuned items, anything like a cleric could get a little bit of use out of.
Yeah. You do find that doctor's bag that you were asking me for. It is essentially just a like a blank canvas bag that you know that if you were to just basically sew a logo on would look almost identical to one of the bags you've got at home. And that is just labelled as bag of holding.
Yeah.
And then as well, you do find a +1 holy symbol.
Ooh, I do not have the money for that. I have 200 gold. I don't even think I have the money for the paralysis potion at this point.
I will say you're going to stretch for a paralysis and a shrinking and a bag of holding. So I don't know which ones you're going to pay for, but it's going to be a stretch. The bag of holding, as you take it up to the counter, Marvin just looks you up and down, still rolling a new fag. What this one for Toric? Aye, so that was there was a bag and it's bigger on the inside. What you want for it?
Oh, that's perfect. And it looks like a doctor's bag, so it'll go along with the outfit, you know.
I guess it
Great.
could. Aye. Spot on, eh?
What would the price for this be? And I noticed you had a +1 holy symbol.
Yeah, that holy symbol.
Or a symbol that would
you know, interesting fact. That's made for God's wood. Fucking.
God's wood.
Aye, just sort of druidic spell component found quite often for awakened trees. So after they've been awakened or they've been used for any kind of big powerful druidic magic, when you leave behind that tree and it dies naturally, the effect stays inside, the magic stays inside the wood. So when you harvest it, you can essentially get a block that you can carve into any kind of generic godly shape. So basically, whenever you decide what god you want it to be, you just come tell me, I'll carve it into whatever symbol of your god you want. And that's how that works.
What would the rough price be for the 3 items I've asked for? The potion
Your
of
paralysis potion would be 150 gold because that's quite a tough effect. Your bag of holding would be 100 gold because that's quite easy to do. I'd be fine with that. And then your +1 holy symbol, it is a rare block of wood, but it is just a block of wood. Do you know what I mean? So you're talking 75 gold.
Okay, I'm going to go have a quick conversation with my comrades.
Nib off, pal. Do you want a smoke when
I-
you're way out, or are you good? Got a drink of water as well?
I'll take a smoke, and he's just gonna put it in his mouth and not know that you have to like light it. So he's just
As
gonna
soon
walk
as
away
you
with
put it
one
in the
lit.
mouth, he like flicks a thumb with the effect of a lighter,
Ooh.
and it catches the edge of his thumb to light it for you.
What do you do with it?
Inhale, brother.
Right. Okay.
Toric just,
As soon as you
Toric's
inhale,
got his and looks
are
a
you-
bit confused at
do you inhale?
I
Uh,
inhaled it.
actually,
This is not tobacco.
yeah. I was gonna say,
Oh god.
Why? Oh,
Toric's fine with that.
My man.
So
Matt's
it's
fine with that, but Zoax is...
yeah, you spark up the two of you start getting just a little bit more relaxed.
This is
Nothing
quite
major.
nice, actually. His eyes are like slowly drooping until they're like partially shut, and then he just kind of stumbles over his group. Guys, I need a little bit of money. If anyone could like maybe give me a little loan of some.
Is there any weapons in here, Dylan?
There is weapons, yeah. There's a whole section devoted to armors and weapons. It looks as though Marvin has a full forge, or at least somewhere to build these things. What sort of things were you looking for?
I'm looking for a rapier of some sort of magical capability. I'm
Make me an
looking for whatever
investigation
looks
check.
the coolest. Oh.
This is nothing to do with anything.
15.
Go ahead.
Continue.
Not important at all.
All right, okay. You don't want to talk?
You know, you
It's
can
the-
talk.
Could I? It's from before. I forgot I wanted to do it, but could I? How much alcohol was in the manor?
Oh, loads. We'll
Can
take a
I
couple
have
bottles
Can I have cast purified food and drink on it? Would
to
that
remove all the alcohol.
remove? Yeah, the
It
poison.
would. It would remove all the alcohol from the building.
I've done that. I've
Cool.
done that to her. Yeah. to
She's
her
got what is
father.
essentially grape juice,
Yeah.
alcohol-free beer, and water for
yeah.
vodka, I guess. The
I
whiskey's
love
probably the
vodka.
one that suffers the most,
Caramel.
because
Oh no!
Because
peaty water.
just peaty, woody water
Mm.
is gonna be rough
Yeah,
to
there we go.
swallow.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt,
Yes,
but
on a 15, you do find that he has a small section of rapiers. It looks as though he's only got two. One of them is just a regular rapier, made with sort of like a platinum gilded hilt. Quite fancy looking, but just a rapier. And then the other one is a +1 rapier. And as you are sort of looking at them, do you pick either of them up, or?
If he's cool with, I'm gonna say to him, can I touch?
Aye, pal, on you go. I can...
And I'm gonna bring them both
Dig
over
in,
to
eh?
them, and I'm gonna ask them what they do.
Well, this one's there's a +1. It's just sharpened magically. It always keeps its edge. Will always redefine its own edge. The other one is an invention of mine. I'm quite proud of it. If I'm honest with you, quite proud of it. That's a good one. I call it Flashpoint. It is. I was thinking, right. Now bear with me, because this is a bit of a road that I'm going to walk down. So I was thinking,
That's fine.
right. See when you're underwater, can he smoke? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't like because it's wet, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you had something that could light anything, anywhere, right? And that's where flashpoint came from. Do you know what I mean? Because the flashpoint of an object is the chemical point in which the bonds break down and it becomes oxygenated, and that's how things burn. Do you know what I mean? So if you can get something to that excited state of atomized components, you can essentially flashpoint any object. So what I've done is I've put that effect in a sword. And you can imagine, that's pretty fucking devastating to be stabbed with.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
And
mate.
he takes it. You're
Stab
not
me.
gonna buy it and get into a fight in 10 minutes, I presume. So, and he stabs it slowly into a bucket of water, and you watch as he speaks a command word, and all the water inside mystifies immediately, and then the gas that it expels flashes into a point, and you just see a bright ball of flame. And he goes, aye, so that's what it does to water. Do you know the human body's 70% water?
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty devastating.
pretty fucking bad, if I'm honest with you. In real terms, this is an effect that if you expend a spell slot, you can ignite a dry thing. Not a spell slot, sorry. It gets 3 charges. If you expend one of them, you can ignite a dry object, any dry object, into a flame. If you spend 2 out of your 3, you can ignite any gas into a flame. And if you spend all 3, you can ignite any non-living liquids. If you roll a nat 20 and the person you are stabbing has under 50 hit points, their blood vaporizes.
Christ.
This man's called mad for a fucking reason.
Aye, so I was just thinking, would that not be fucking useful if just everything you stabbed died? That's kind of the point. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna go. That is pretty. That's quite impressive. To
Oh,
be
aye.
honest with you, mate. That's
And he points it, and he seemingly expends a charge, and a point of light extends from the tip of the rapier 60 feet into the wall and burns away. It's a ranged weapon as well.
Christ.
You
You're
don't
full
get
of talent.
you don't get the stabby bit, the flashpoint availability. You can't excite atoms for anything other than a penetrative blow, but for a distance, you can catch things on fire.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, just in terms of like you know what you've made here. It's amazing. See your distance. I'm assuming you're up close. Your flashpoint effect. That's probably we're talking along the lines of fire damage.
See, that's the thing. You would think fire, but it's actually radiant, because you're fucking
That's-
atomizing something. And when you're
That's
exciting those atoms, it's
incredible.
actually more similar to the divine energy of creation than it is to the effect of the destruction of fire.
Mate,
You would think.
I'm
See,
blown
most
away.
people would have thought fire as well.
blown
The
away.
ranged effect, fire. That's fire. But the atomization,
Absolutely blown away.
atomization's creation. Creation itself harnessed into a portion of this weapon.
How much are we talking for that?
I would part with it for about 500 gold.
That's pretty reasonable, to be fair, mate. Do you want to see things I've made?
Aye, fuck it, on you go.
And I will show him both. I'm going to show him my armor first. Because did I make my armor?
That's up to you.
I'm assuming I did.
I presume so.
I'm gonna go.
It's in
First off,
canon with everything else that would work
Yeah.
well with you.
I'm gonna go first off, and I'm gonna like go my armor. You may see it's quite eye catching.
Aye, it's pretty bright. Aye, I can see that.
That's an effect in and of itself, a magic effect.
Aye, there you go.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pop out the cloak that is I'm gonna pull it out but not put it on the table because it is dripping with blood still.
Looks. Is it meant to be wet?
It's not meant to be like this, but regrettably we were in a fight. We were we're protecting the city. We're with the city. These things happen.
Aye,
But
aye.
it when it's not looking like this, it draws people's attention in.
I think it
but
does
this
that
is-
now as well, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it's just a bit different, isn't it?
Aye.
And then I'm gonna show him the glasses of disguise that I made as well. I'm gonna say these. They're just a party trick more than anything, but they're good fun.
Do you put
And
them on, or do
they-
you give them to him, or how are you?
I'll put
how
them
are
on,
you?
and
On you go.
I'll put them on. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we knew this at the time when. Well, I didn't know this. You obviously knew this at the time when we made this. Do these not make my eyes glow?
Yeah,
Is that not a bit offensive in this city?
you don't know.
I'm gonna put them on, and my eyes are gonna glow golden, I suppose, just for flavour. Because why not?
Yeah, I believe your eyes glow golden, and you're allowed to change small physical attributes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I would be careful with those eyes, if I'm honest with you, pal. That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, Harold's not going to be happy.
Oh, I'll take them off. I'll put them away. I'll go.
Stop
Yeah,
that.
no, I probably wouldn't put them on, but that's what they do. Your thing's so much cooler, though. Obviously, like I'm not.
Nah, man. A wee bit of creation. It's not so bad. You know what I mean? People overhype that shit.
I love them so much.
Couple years of study, you get used to that sort of shit. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. The most annoying thing, see if I'm honest with you, most annoying thing was, and he sort of shows you the intricate carvings inside the lay of the handle. It looks as if he has drawn atomic structures all across the handle in filigree of silver over the platinum. So
Right.
he's got almost the effect of the silver slightly duller than the platinum, looking as if when you turn the blade it catches the light in odd ways. So it's a
So that
perfectly
means-
smooth handle.
This rapier is very shiny.
Oh, so shiny.
I'm gonna go, mate. I'm gonna go. You are speaking my language, by the way. I'm gonna go. Let me go and speak to my friend. I think he wants to buy stuff, and if I'm being honest, I think I'm gonna have to tap him some cash.
I get that. I get the sense of that. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna say, listen,
I don't dress fancy, but that guy's look at his stadium.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I can see
But-
it. You can see it.
he works for a charity. He helps people. He heals people. That's what he does.
It looks like a charity case.
He kind of does, doesn't he? But I'm gonna say to him, I'm chancing my luck here, mate. I know that if you don't want to, I won't judge you. This is your place. I like you.
I'm flattered, mate, but I'm gay, so. That's,
No, that's not what I'm meaning in the slightest, pal. But thank you.
I just wanted to make sure. Do you know what I mean?
But thank you.
I
No,
love it
I
so
just
much.
I like shiny things. If I'm buying everything though, I'm asking you, am I going to get a discount for buying a bunch of stuff?
A multi-buy discount, maybe. We'll see how much it all comes to. Do you know what I mean? We'll see how much it all
Okay.
comes to, and then we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see what you're
I
actually
appreciate
buying.
that.
Because if it's just that in the bag, no. But we'll see. We'll see
I
how much
think
you're
he's
buying.
got his eye on a few things.
Anyone else look for any magic items, or
I am actually.
what are you going to look for? You've got armor, you've got weapons. What sort of stuff are you looking for?
I'm actually looking for either more improved plate armor or a way he can make an improvement on mine.
What would you like to do to pursue that? You want to look at the stuff he's got, or obviously if you are looking at the stuff he's got, he's not going to know that you want yours improved. So which would you prefer you pursue?
I'll just ask him, see if he's got any great ideas for better
Cool.
plate armor.
Yeah. You walk up to the counter, and he's like, "Right, pal."
Alright, mate, I'm just looking for a better version of this plate armor. It's good, but it's not exactly scratching that itch. You know what I mean?
No.
That's actually fair. You seem like you've got a
Aye.
lot of things.
You're going to need to be a bit more specific. You want it to be better at protection. You want it to make you faster. You want it to magic. You want it to what you after. And also,
I'm aiming
I
for
will say, off the bat, plate
Mhm.
armor is one of the most expensive things to work on. It's a lot of material. A new set would cost
How
you
much?
easily clear £1,000 for non-magical plate. Just as a note.
Hmm.
It's a
How much
pain
would
in
it
the
cost
arse.
to
It's a
make
real pain in the
on
arse to
mine?
craft. How much what?
How much would it cost for you to engrave glyphs on mine?
Depending on how strong a glyphs, I would say minor effects, you're talking 250 gold in 2 days' work. But if you're looking for anything pretty complicated or bespoke, you're looking for probably 700 gold with a week's work, depending on how complicated it is. Only go to 2 hands, do you know what I mean?
What if we meet in the middle and go somewhere between 500 gold for not a minor but not a bespoke effect?
What did you have in mind?
I was planning hopefully something with radiant energy. Maybe I could defend against radiant energy, or I can inflict damage with radiant energy.
I'll
The
I'll
best
tell
part
you
of it.
now, if you're wanting just protection for radiant energy, I've got a shield, a radiant resistance. If that's what you're looking for.
Hmm.
I do see that you've got two-handed weapons. You would probably pick one at a time.
Hmm.
If you wanted, I could add that for 500 gold. I just think it's worth mentioning that there is a shield that does the same thing.
Speaking of my weapons, you wouldn't have to have any better versions of sickles, would you? I'm looking for a pair.
A pair of sickles. They don't really
Mhm.
come in pairs, mate. They're farming equipment. I could make you a pair if you had certain things in mind. Would your current ones do? Are they just sickles or?
Just sickles so far. But I'd like for I'm gonna place the darker one table. I'd like for this one for you to make or buy an engrave it to buy to deal fire damage. I'm gonna place the shiny one go, and I'd like for a sickle to deal radiant damage as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, a flame tongue dagger, or a flame tongue short sword, sorry, I've got in the back. I could bend that for you pretty easily. That would be not too bad. It would be double-sided, if that's kind of what you're looking for. I know casually, traditionally, a sickle would have only the inside blade coated, but it would give you the ability to swing with your outside hand as well. I could do you a flame tongue sickle. That would rework. It would take me about a day to day. Probably you're talking the sword would be 300 gold. A day's work 50. Talk 350 gold.
And what of the radiant one?
Radiant's a bit tougher, if I'm honest with you. Just Google.
Google, show me this guy's balls.
Show me this guy's
Show me this guy's balls.
He looks like the kind of guy that would have an amulet of tungsten balls, though. He looks like he would do that.
He's definitely made that where it's just like, right, so I made Flashpoint, and at pure heavy turns like things atomized. So I thought I could twist that around and pure atomize that guy's balls into tungsten, and I thought it would work.
He's sort of looking around. I'll tell you what, I don't have anything in stock that would do any kind of radiant damage other than, and I'm guessing it's out your price range. And he pulls up from under the counter a blade, a two-handed longsword made of pure gold. I've got a sun blade, but I'm going to guess you don't have 4,000 gold, if I'm honest with you, just for the lookies up.
I'm afraid not. I only have roughly...
Torik's absolutely stoned off his ass in the background.
So I'm just going to quickly try and do the math. I have roughly 600 gold.
Aye, so we'll put that away. I could do you, like I said, custom work. I would give you the other one for 350 as well. And since you're nice, I could maybe be talked down, given that it's a group order. If you want to give me 600 for the pair of them, I'll count them as one day's work. That wouldn't be too bad, if I'm honest with you. Since your charming friend there tried to sleep with me, obviously, so... Because I'm sexy.
Mad Marvin, you mad lad. You got yourself a deal.
Excellent. And he holds out his hand to shake your hand.
I'm going to shake his hand.
As soon as you make contact, he says, I bind you to the agreement of... No, I'm joking, pal, when you go. And he just takes your 600 gold.
I'm going to give him 100 gold and a 500 gold ruby and just go, there you go.
Oh, aye, there you go. Aye, that would do it. Aye, that's about 500 gold.
500 gold ruby.
Aye, that would do it. Cool. Anything else, guys? What you want? You getting,
Zuax, what is it you want?
you getting your flashpoint? You getting your paralysis? Oh,
Well,
aye, you
well,
you wanted flashpoint and you wanted a shrinking potion, didn't you?
Oh yeah, how much for a shrinking potion? Doesn't even need to
100
be
gold.
any specific.
100
gold.
And it will have the effect of enlarge reduce just in a bottle. So you can either enlarge or reduce. That's how that spell works. 100 gold.
Right. So I'm doing a bit of calculations here. And
Right.
you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure it will.
So 100 for a shrinking potion.
Aye.
500 for your very lovely weapon.
Which is 5 plus 1, so 600. Aye.
Aye. And then he's wanting a paralysis potion,
150. Total of
a
750.
fancy block of wood,
Total of 825.
and a bag of holding.
Plus 200, 1,250. No, 1,025. Sorry, pal.
I'm on 925 from what you said earlier, pal. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I've got 224 to add to the pot.
Marvin, you said bag holding 100.
Hold on, no.
Yeah, the
'cause-
bag of holding was.
Oh, bag of holding was 100, was it? I said 200 the second time, that's how. Sorry.
So
Ah.
the total I had was 325 for all my items, so I would only need an extra 101 gold pieces.
Aye, sound. Aye, 925 works for me. Aye. Plus
But we
the
were-
600 for that guy. For his sickles,
you-
and he'll need to come back tomorrow to pick them up.
Are you doing me any discounts here?
I gave him
925 is a lot of gold.
I gave him 100 gold off.
His wallet's not my wallet.
Aye, fair enough, I suppose. What are you looking for then? How hard are you bargaining?
I'll tell you what, I'll be respectful and I'll let you choose. But I want you to know I've just come into a lot of money. I'm expecting to come in more money. And I'm not coming back here if you're giving me rubbish deals, man. I like your stuff, but I could stop at Flashpoint. But I'm hoping I'll be back.
Could you throw in some of that Mad Marvin's Wacky Backy as well, if that's okay?
Tell you what, pal. Before we cut the rest of the deal, I'll give you some for free. And he just rolls you up 4 joints as he's talking to give you.
I've not got any
Wacky.
ears, but if I did, they would be behind them right now.
They are like packed to the full, massive, expertly rolled.
Long cigarettes.
Yeah. Right. I tell you what. Give me a persuasion check. We'll see how big a discount you get.
Okay, I've lost my dice, so it's going to be a D&D Beyond one.
Mad
Can I
Marvin
throw
goes,
in
"Use
a
a persuasion
first
check."
before that?
Righty. Persuasion.
Can I just say, and Mad Marvin, please, Denny be wide.
23.
Right. I tell you what. I'll chuck in the tobacco, and I'll chuck in your reducing potion for free. Right? So that's 100 gold off the total. And just because I like you all, I'm not going to charge you tax because I'm not going to pay it anyway. So, I'll give you the whole lot for 800.
I'll hold out my hand. I'll shake his hand on that.
And I'll give you 224 gold, Nyla.
I'm going to leave you with 4. I'm going to take 220 from you.
Boys.
Cool.
And I'm
So
going to go.
Nyla takes
money for a drink.
220, so that's what's the total coming off? 5 something from you. 800 minus 2, so that's 580.
580.
Yeah, 580.
So 58 platinum, yeah.
Yes. Right, lads, it was a pleasure doing business with yous. Do you want anything, or are you
Yes,
just
you-
happy with the backy? You look the type, eh?
If we're all leaving, can I walk up to him and shake, outstretch my hand to shake his?
Aye, the boss, pal. He goes shake your hand.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, I also don't pay taxes, and then I'm gonna leave.
You're a charity, though. You're no meant to.
Yeah, exactly, it's the benefit though.
Right, lads, catch you all later. Come back
See
soon.
you later.
Come back soon.
See you, Marvin.
Yeah, you guys leave Mad Marvin's mystical and magical menagerie.
I'm coming back here soon.
Yeah, we need to go back there.
I miss him
Hands up
already.
here.
You all
Can we
see.
invite Mad Marvin on a walk?
You invite Mad Marvin on a walk? What do you say?
When's his
Can I
leg
just turn
gone
to the
off?
party and don't question it. Can I just ask the rest of the party, guys, should we invite Mad Marvin on a walk? And the YouTube live stream, it's still on.
Yeah,
So,
because there's a delay.
Now it's off.
Were you insinuating that your light wasn't really off?
In a way, I
Were you trying to
suppose.
gaslight us?
It was more like I didn't move from this spot, it wasn't me.
He's trying to
Where do we
gaslight
get
himself.
drugs?
Should we invite? Guys, it wasn't me, I promise. I don't think. But guys, should we invite Mad Marvin to the shops with us?
Yeah,
Marvin,
yeah, I think we should.
What's up?
Oh man.
We're just wondering. You're obviously you're a seasoned tradesperson.
Aye.
How much more trade are you likely to get, say, in the next hour of your day today? It's a bit. The streets are a bit quiet. There was a mad giant running about earlier.
See, if I'm honest with you, I think I'm going to need to bounce within the next 10 minutes because I think the guards are coming. I did tell that guy to go fuck himself quite regularly.
Would you like to come with us shopping?
Aye, fuck it, why not, eh? You watch as he sort of gathers and grabs. He's like shoving as many of his powerful magic items in a bag of holding as he can fit. And he just walks out with 2 bags of holdings on the shoulder and a backpack of holding. And he's packed up nearly his entire wares.
Legend.
Hey, lads.
Marvin,
Aye,
Marvin,
Alathra,
I have.
you've crashed, pal. Can't help you.
You
That
guys
you
have
could-
all crashed on my screen.
everyone
Yeah,
crashed on me.
That's just
Everyone
happened to me as
crashed.
well.
Aye, everybody's
That makes
crashed.
me a Discord.
Yous have all crashed,
Eh.
pal. Hold on, rewind a bit. I've missed it.
Let me spark this. Let me spark this. Here,
I've
just have
missed
another
it,
one.
pal. I've missed what you've said. Going back a bit.
I've got an idea, Marvin. I run a charity, and would you like to set up shop in my hospital district?
Is
You
that?
wouldn't have to pay taxes.
But I would have to give money to charity, and that's. I don't
No,
have.
no, no.
He's already not paying taxes.
Aye. I don't need to pay
Marvin-
tax anywhere I go.
Marvin, your presence is charity enough.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Go and show me where you would have me, and then we'll see. Because I do need a place. Do you know what I mean? I don't actually have. I'm quite a powerful caster, but I'm actually mostly an artificer, so I don't actually have access to stuff like Magnificent Mansion. So I do need a physical location.
I've got you, buddy. Don't you worry.
Can I
Yeah, well,
whisper to Alathra and go, you have a friend that has a large empty house. Think about it.
I think she's in enough trouble.
What's wrong with Mad Marvin living at your house?
The Admiral just suddenly got Mad Marvin by the door. He goes out for the shops one day and Marvin's just in the living room like, shut pal, how's things?
Like, man, one light.
The Admiral's like, what are you doing here? What is happening?
I insist that everyone staying the night would have to talk to me or be exterminated.
he's just like, I live here, pal.
Mad Marvin's just
Fuck off.
he's just like, what are you doing in my house? Fucking don't know where you think you are.
Opening doors to the ocean and shit in my living room.
So, what would you guys like to do for the last little part of the session? We've got about 10 minutes to wrap up. Anything
I'm
fun
not-
you want to do?
I'm not gonna let go of the 15-year-old dummy. I need that dummy.
He's absolutely not got one. He's not giving you a 15-year-old dummy.
I'm gonna find somewhere that would have like kind of display dummies for children's clothing.
I will say you can find a tailor that's doing like that seems to have a young adult section.
Oh, it's gonna look so awkward, like a grown group of adults in this young adult.
Oh,
section.
if
Fuck
you
that, I've been
if
sent
you
over
start
it.
going
I'm
in,
making-
Marvin's not
I'm
gonna accompany you into this shop.
I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I don't want to go in either.
Right, Zoax is gonna go in alone then. I'll go
At
in
this point,
alone.
I'm telling Nylaferia that we're supposed to be out here, or Nylaferia, that we're supposed to be getting meat for the dogs, so I can go about my day.
As
Yeah, we're
as
gonna-
Zuax enters into the young adult tailor, Marvin turns around to you all and just says, "Guys, I don't want to say nothing, but see, historically speaking, charities in the good places for some younger demographics. Should we be looking into this?" I
get
don't
the
know what's
advice
going
from
on.
Zuax. I've had them for a while and I'm keeping an eye on them. Don't worry about it.
I just wanted to raise my concern, if I'm honest with you. I know everybody's a villain, but you do hear quite a lot of stories about villains, especially the fact that he's religious, he's associated with a charity. Do you know what I mean? It just,
My concern level for that turtle was a 7 out of 10 and it's a 9 now.
I just feel like maybe
Now that I'm
something.
thinking
I know he
about it,
works for the city, but that's not
Yeah,
always a
but
good
I agree with
guarantee.
I'll
I
keep
think
an eye
you're
on
right,
it.
actually.
Just starting
Oh,
to
why
think
did
about
you
all
do
the
that?
other times that's just no being good enough. Do you know what I mean?
You're so right.
Aye. Just wanted to raise a
I'm
concern
pretty
since
sure
you guys
that's
are around
point,
them.
actually.
We're gonna go feed 45 dogs if you want to come with us, by the way, Marvin.
Aye, sweet. That sounds great. To be honest with you, aye. Lead the way. I don't know where it is.
Alright, okay.
So
We're gonna go to a butcher.
you guys go to a butcher.
We need to
Torek takes another one of the cigarettes.
Yeah. He's with you now, so anytime you need
Yeah.
one, he's fully
Oh,
supplying.
legend.
He actually he looks you up and down.
Just,
You're a druid, didn't you? You look like you've got some sort of magic about you.
Tries to sober up a little. Oh,
Here, he passes you a plant.
what is it?
It's tobacco,
Oh, right, okay.
but it's
Pass. You're right.
he passes you a plant, a
Yeah.
living plant.
Cool.
So if you've got any kind of druidic magic, you can grow your own.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Paul.
Oh,
Just
you're
dehydrate it in the
Torek
sun.
looks in tears.
Anytime you get any chance to dehydrate it in
Yeah,
the sun.
basically.
That's
Just
it.
like does actually stop. Like you guys are all walking and Torek stops and is just in disbelief of like, thank you.
Hey, Paul. Just keeps walking. Right, lads. Butcher.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys go. For 45 dogs worth of offal, which is organ meat and discard, you would be
Yeah, I just want
talking.
to buy discarded carcasses. Like,
You would be talking like 2 gold.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
for like premium quality, you probably be talking like 15 to 20. So it's up to you what you want to spend.
I'll
Oh, we know what
just
she's
spend.
spending.
No, I'll just spend 5 gold because I'll mostly just buy like like they're not gonna care if it's offcuts. It's dogs. They'll be quite happy with.
I mean, like, for offal, which is like heart, lung, liver, that sort of thing, for a gold.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Dogs love that kind of stuff, so that's
yeah,
fully.
I'm buying the
And
I'm
confirm.
buying the stuff that people don't really want, but the dogs are gonna love it.
Yeah,
So, like
they're.
5 gold.
Yeah, 5 gold, that works perfectly fine.
After this is a scam. It was advertised as 2 gold outside.
I'm gonna go. No, it's okay. I've also bought a whole load of bones.
Yeah, for 5 gold, I'll give you basically however many bones, however many organs, whatever you want. You just know that it's not all like a cow carcass. Like, there's not good cuts
Yeah,
of
like-
beef in there.
Oh yeah, it's just I want just as much as I can get, just of the stuff that they don't really want to sell to people.
Yeah, cool. On the way
I
out.
also buy
What, sorry?
8 steaks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Anything else you want to buy for your food? He's
Dan,
dead.
do you want to get
Worth it.
ingredients for stew for Lubnub?
Probably for the best. We had a veg shop on the way back as well.
Yeah, you do. You have a veg shop. I'll say for the steak and for the veg, 10 gold. Human quality food for 8 people.
Glad for.
And we just go and feed the dogs. That's what we do.
Excellent. Marvin's just absolutely vibing. By this point, he has just been smoking like a chimney non-stop the entire walk there. So he's been like joint after joint, just like absolutely huffing for 15 minutes solid.
My
So
hero.
as soon as he gets there, he's just like, aye, so, what? What was that? Sorry, what?
I whistle so that all the dogs come running.
My spell is still active, right?
An hour or a
Or is
day?
it only-
No, I'm asking. Yours is yours maybe not at will, or is it a spell slot?
Speak with animals. Casting time on action. Oh no, it's only 10 minutes.
There you go. But it's only one spell slot. You've got a couple.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it again. What's it?
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure dogs understand food.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just
Oh, they'll
want to
smell
them again. Especially now that I'm high. I'm like
Fair.
I've suddenly got a lot of things to say to them. And petting them will be
Helpful.
wonderful.
Therapeutic.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's
You-
probably the best day Torik's had in a long, like, best sleep. Gets
Yeah.
to chat with dogs, gets to pet them, gets to get really high.
Yeah.
Has met this legend of a man. Yeah, man.
And I think we'll call
He's
it
given
on
him
that
a-
high, so to speak. Hey,
Do I, do, I,
ba-dum-ts.
do I get my dummy though?
Yeah, you do. The tailor's confused as all hell, but you haven't asked him for a paralysis potion,
Yeah.
so he's not suspicious. He's just confused as all hell, and he's just like, sure, a gold piece, I guess.
Thank God you left
You're
me with
just-
4.
Yeah,
Thank God you left
absolutely.
me with 4.
So we call it on that lovely high again. Ba-dum-ts. Yeah, wonderful session, guys. We'll call it there for this evening. I hope everybody has. Yes, exactly.
We
Oh.
took the lead.
Everybody has an absolutely wonderful week. I hope everybody enjoys the stream. And just remember, like and subscribe, or Mad Marvin's going to appear at your bedside. And that's just
No, that's a
non-negotiable.
good thing. No, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
No, man, you didn't want to see Mad Marvin at night. Do you know what I mean?
Not
That's
gonna
just
lie.
he's just fucking plastered as soon as the sun
No.
goes down.
Do you know
That's
that
a
thing
good
where it's
thing.
like that? Would you be as safe alone in a room with a man? With Mad Marvin, I would.
Mad Marvin's safe to
Mad
And
anyone.
with Mad Marvin, you wouldn't care if you were.
With Mad Martin, you'll be never alone.
But yes, have a wonderful evening, guys. Bye.